tells me a new case is brewing.
Muy buenas noches, bienvenidos al canal. Pues continuamos donde lo habíamos dejado. A ver si terminamos por fin la susodicha principal. Hoy lancé un video de 3 horas y media. Y bueno, vamos a ver si logramos terminar las misiones, o mejor dicho, la cadena de misión. Pero antes, aprovechando que estamos acá, vamos a pelear con el bicho para ir farmeando material para, no sé, a la final, no sé qué personaje sacar, si al juez o a Furina, aunque no son diseños que me llaman mucho la atención. Tal vez el juez me llama más la atención por diseño, aunque he estado viendo su jugabilidad y no está nada mal. Pero bueno, vamos a ver el tiempo al tiempo, porque después de todo, Furina es arconte. Y hasta ahora todos los arcontes siempre son fuertes. Excepto Zhongli cuando salió. Que bueno, ya sabemos esa historia. Que los chinos protestaron y entonces luego de un tiempo tuvo sus pequeños cambios. Pero de resto a ninguno lo han arreglado, ni siquiera a la pobre Degia la dejaron allí para el olvido. ¿Sabes qué tal se da esta vez? Vamos a cargar las últimas. Va a empezar esta señorita a... Wow, me llevan empujado. Le estaban pegando mucho. A ver si con... No, con aire que va. Wow, parece mentira, pero el equipo de Dilu será que era como más efectivo. El que estaba jugando hasta hace unos días. Va a tener que probar. ¿O será el bicho que es más duro en esta modalidad? Siento que voy lento. Voy a tener que probar definitivamente. Y... no sabría qué decir. Tal vez en un futuro tenga... las semanales ni me las han contado, a pesar de que hice las casas. No me las contaron. Y bueno, ¿qué le vamos a hacer? Entonces, vamos al... Entonces vamos a nuestra... aunque verdad que tengo las diarias. Creo que las diarias las hice que salió el... Sí, límite de recompensa de hoy alcanzado. La verdad que esto no lo estoy entendiendo, esta parte de... Quiere decir que si yo hago esta no me van a dar premios. Y esto es debido a tener que buscar luego información para ver ese tema. Bueno. Entonces, vámonos a nuestra primaria. Ya gasté un poquito de resina, luego gasto otro rato, dando tiempo que el jefe se recargue. A ver si adelantamos un poco la primaria esta. Bueno, entonces... Uy, las dos son para abajo. Pero ¿qué tan abajo? Ok. Este señor... Si no consigo enviarlo todo, puede que nunca salga de aquí.
Who are you? We've never seen you before, and you don't look like a fellow convict.
¿Qué? ¿No viste? ¿Eres recluso, verdad?
Of course I'm not.
No me confundas con un delincuente, soy un ciudadano ejemplar y que respeta la ley.
Then what are you
¿Y
doing?
qué haces aquí con esa reputación? Soy promotor de Fonta SL. Ah, promociona bebidas.
A promoter from Fun?
I'm so upset. After discussing the company's promotional plans with him, he told me outright that my project was... However, in light of our long history of successful collaboration, I still tried to patiently explain the details. However, to my surprise, let me take a moment and recall his exact words. I'm just gonna stop you there and say no. If anything, I'm saving you time. It seems you don't fully understand the value of credit coupons here, nor do you understand the value of your own products. The former is because you are from the overworld, but as for the latter, only someone monumentally stupid, so breathtakingly stupid, that they were completely ignorant of the value of credit coupons, despite... Anyway, that's how he rejected my proposal and asked me to come up with another...
Well, he
Es
is
el
the
jefe de este
honcho
lugar,
here.
nosotros
Not
también
much you can do
conocemos al
about
duque y
that.
una
We
persona
did it too,
de lo más impredecible.
Fine. I know, I should just let it go.
Descontento con el duque. Bueno. Entonces, hay como quien dice rebelión en la granja. Esto me llevará para arriba, para abajo, ¿para dónde vamos? Abajo. Y allá sigue todavía esta hora de la noche con la sonrisa que tenía en la mañana. En cambio Mona sigue con esa cara de seria. ¿Por qué esta Mona seria? ¿Quién sabe? Bueno, se ve por acá.
Hey, what are these papers scattered all over the ground? Are they registration forms
Muchos
or something?
papeles. Demasiados papeles hay por acá.
Maybe not.
Todos
Every
estos
page has the
papeles
Fontaco
está el
symbol on
logotipo
it.
de Fontan
Maybe
SL.
it's
¿Serán
some flyers
panfletos
from
de la
the
empresa?
company. Okay. But if someone catches us, they could have... Oh, you're right. Guess there's nothing to worry about then. Let Paimon have a look here. Without assistance from the Fontaine Research Institute, development of the new product has been... We have no choice but to let the new
Estamos obligados a
product
llevar a
undergo
cabo
the
una
first
primera
phase
prueba
of promotional
promocional sin
trials.
nombre
Without a designated name or
empaquetado
packaging.
oficial. Ajustaremos el desarrollo del
We have
producto.
decided to only conduct closed, small-scale... Sure doesn't seem like anything unusual. The company is just trying to develop some new products besides Fanta. Let's put these papers back where we found them and make it look like nobody went through them.
Mm, Así que la bebida, la empresa de la bebida tiene problemas con un producto nuevo. Aunque la pregunta del millón sería, ¿y los productos viejos?
Hey, I heard you crazy fools really did it. You bought
Well, the next day we received a mysterious package, but we still haven't made any sense.
So it is real. You didn't become cursed or anything like that, did you? Are you both
Un
still
momento,
okay?
¿están seguros de
Wait,
que ustedes,
are you sure that it's
quienes
still you
controlan
controlling
su
your bodies
propio
right now?
cuerpo ahora mismo?
Paimon's not
Paimon no
sure.
está segura.
What do you think, Traveler? Is
Luzbel, ¿qué
Paimon
dice?
still Paimon?
¿Paimon sigue siendo Paimon? Solo tú harías esa pregunta. Así que sigue siendo tú.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, you two don't seem... Still, I didn't expect you would actually do it. You'd actually throw away coupons like
¿De
that
verdad
just
que
to
les
satisfy
valió
your
la pena
curiosity?
gastar los cupones que hice solo para comprobar en apuestas?
Even if we bought tickets like everybody else, it's not like we could hope to earn any
Como si
coupons.
todo el mundo tampoco esperaría
When it
que
comes to
siempre.
things like this, it's always the organizer who makes the real.
Hey, just what are you trying to imply? The Pancration Ring is an honest business, and we really don't make much from selling tickets. We make so little that even the current tournaments can only be held thanks to funding from the producer of Fanta.
Oh, so it's the company that manufactures Fanta sponsoring the
Que
event?
produce Fonta. Paimon
this was
pensó
thanks
que los
to the
fondos
Duke's
venían del
Let's
bolsillo
just
del
say
propio
it's
Duque.
a mutually
Digamos que
beneficial
todas las
arrangement.
partes salen ganando.
They reached
Al
out
fin y
to
al
us
cabo,
first, hoping to
ellos
promote Fanta products
propusieron
in
la
the fortress of
colaboración porque
Meropide.
querían promocionar la Fonta en el fuerte.
Anyway, you...
Parece que esos de la bebida, la compañía está más metida no solo en promociones, sino en todo. Bueno, wow. Todavía yo no he desbloqueado el susodicho. Que parece ser que no me dejan ir de... Bueno, ¿qué le hacemos? Agarramos el ascensor. Y para arriba, señores. A ver el detective. Otro que tiene la cara seria también. Todo el mundo tiene cara seria. Y... este es Roy. Al fin hemos acabado aquí. ¿Quieres comer algo? Dejémoslo por hoy.
Alright, but remember that we bought this time with coupons, so let's make better What is this garbage?
Una pinta horrible, Luzbel. Paimon echa de menos tu comida.
What would you like to do this afternoon?
Bocajarro. ¿Verdad? Ya. Buena pregunta. Ya trabajé, ya fui a la arena. Yo creo que ya investigar por nuestra cuenta. No creo que en el momento haya más pistas cortas, porque quizá deberíamos ir a trabajar. Ocho. Bueno, ya que lo ponen así, vamos a la arena.
Seems you're really getting the hang of things at the pen, but just playing the same game over and over? Yeah, why don't we have Collins lower the difficulty a little? You know, so a mysterious box, a bottle of crimson liquid. Do you have any ideas, Traveler?
Creo que empiezo a entenderlo. Creo que ya lo entiendo, pero no tiene que ver con Novi.
Really?
Entonces
But it looks
podemos
like
dar
that part of
concluida en
the
la parte de la
well,
investigación.
maybe we'll have better luck.
Uy, pero como que esto se está repitiendo. Es como una especie de bucle. Objetivos clave completado. Completa los siguientes objetivos.
Okay, so we've investigated 2 of the
Dos
hidden
normas
rules.
secretas. Paimon jamás pensó que esta
Paimon didn't
casa
think
sería
this.
tan
We'd better pick up the
estrafalaria.
pace with our investigation, otherwise we'll never get anywhere.
¿Qué tal si aceleramos para no ir a
Yeah,
trabajar?
let's skip work for now and put our time to good.
Wow, por fin avanzamos un poco. Extraviado en las profundidades marinas. Oye, pero... ¿Otra vez para allá abajo?
Hey, isn't that Vidoc over there?
Paimon tiene la sensación
Is
de
it just
que
Paimon or are there
hay menos
fewer
gente de
people than
costumbre.
usual here today?
Yo veo que estoy igual. Ah, este es el abusador.
Ah, seeing you at this time
Debe
must mean you've
significar que
already
han
saved
conseguido
up a
muchos
lot of
cupones
credit
crediticios, o al menos lo
coupons.
suficiente
Or
como
at
para no
least
ir a
enough to
trajameo, que
skip
están
work.
adaptando muy bien.
Seems you're getting impressive.
So, now can you tell us about
Ya
the
puedes hablarnos sobre las normas secretas.
If that's what
Huh? What do you mean it's a...
Leonid and those other pesky broke urchins have all gone to work in the production
Leoniden y
zone.
los demás están en la área de
I wouldn't
producción.
want them
No
listening
quería
in
que
without
unos
paying
tipos tan
up.
odiosos como esos aprovechan de información tan
We
confidencial.
get it, just...
So, you know those pipes that make strange sounds?
Estar por la
Don't
noche
ever,
cerca de esas
ever
tuberías
go
que
near them
hacen
at
ruidos
night.
extraños. Aunque logren
Even if you
inventar los
manage to
celadores,
avoid
se
the
encontrarán
guards,
con cosas horrendas.
you might find something even more terrible there.
Something even more terrible? Like what?
¿Cómo
A
qué?
group of cannibals.
Cannibals? In the fortress of Meripede?
Every month, they meet a few times in the dead of night. Rumor has it they might be connected to the people that have disappeared here. But what's even scarier is that they have a special, since they have no way to dispose of the leftover remains. They have ways to transform them into other forms. And keep...
Paimon might already know what you mean by other forms. So that's what's
¿Estás
going
seguro
on
que
here.
eso es verdad? No tiene que
Oh,
poder estar
Paimon's
relacionado.
stomach.
You two look pretty skeptical. No matter. Learning the truth behind dark secrets isn't... I've got things to do too. I suggest you just act like I never...
Ya, suena muy disparatado eso de los caníbales.
Can we just trust him on this one? Oh, Paimon doesn't want her blood and flesh entombed here
Puedes
for all
confiar en
eternity.
él, aunque solo sea por esta vez. Paimon no quiere que conserven su sangre y su carne aquí para siempre. Aunque sea verdad, no podrían conmigo.
Oh, so that's how you see the situation. Huh. You know, Paimon does feel a little better about it now.
Habrá que hacerlo de siempre.
When will all the secrets end?
Uy.
Hmm.
Wow,
Vidoc isn't here.
cuánta
But
gente
the
para
guys
hablar.
went to work in the morning are back. Let's go ask them.
Ajá, vamos con este primero que está aquí.
Just stay away from me.
No te quiero ni tocar con un palo.
What? What are you saying? You shouldn't go around saying stuff.
Nadie sabe nada.
What are you talking about? Listen, you should keep your nose out of other people's...
Their attitude sure is suspicious. Like they're trying to avoid us. But if they're being so obvious about acting weirdly, do you think they might just be trying to lure us in? Oh, this is all getting way too creepy for Paimon.
Deberíamos enfocarlo de otro modo, no consideremos que nos quedamos.
So you mean we still need to investigate some more?
Bueno. Hoy todo el mundo se durmió temprano. El único que está por acá despierto es Floro. Un saludo para los que estén en el chat. O los que vean el video ya sea en la mañana, en la tarde, en la noche. Bueno, vamos para arriba. Pero por aquí vamos al cuarto nuestro. Mira tú.
Hello, Fielding.
What do you want? Criminals like you ought to be working right now.
We just want to ask you a simple have you ever discovered anything odd during your nighttime patrols?
Why are you asking about something like that? Whatever happens at night isn't your concern. All you need to worry about is getting...
Well...
En ocasiones escuchamos ruido.
Right! We've heard it happens a few times every month. Paimon has sensitive ears, so it makes it hard to sleep.
Really? I see. But it's not like I'm on duty every night.
Yo no estoy de guardia todas las
And now that you mention it, I
Ahora que
recall
lo
my
pienso, un
colleagues
compañero
talking
me
about
contó
something like that
que
before.
en los días de
They say
limpieza
that
todavía
strange
suele
things
ocurrir
tend to
fenómenos
happen at
extraños
night on
por la
pipe
noche.
cleaning days.
Así que mucha gente
Lots
no
of us
quiere
don't
trabajar.
willingly take those shifts.
So, what happens at night on pipe
¿Y
cleaning
qué se
days?
hace los días de
They
limpieza y la
just
tubería?
conduct regular cleaning of the
Son los días
fortress's
en los que
drainage
limpian las
facilities.
instalaciones y drenaje.
There are 3 pipe cleaning
Ocurre
days
3
per
veces
month.
al mes
And it just
y
so happens
justamente
that
hoy
today
es
is one
uno
of
de
the
esos
scheduled
días.
days.
Hagan el favor
You
de
can try to
confirmar su
confirm the
hipótesis
sounds tonight
primero
if you
y a
want,
veces resulta
and if they're
informar a
real.
sus superiores.
Oh, okay. Then we'll...
If that's all, then I'll be leaving now. I
Ni se
advise
le
you not to
ocurra hacer
try
una
anything
tontería.
funny, though.
Porque
Even
yo
if
no
I'm
esté en
not on
guardia
duty
hoy,
tonight,
habrá
so...
gente
Don't worry,
vigilando.
we don't want any time added to our sentences. Oh, he left. So what do you think about the
Puede
pipe
que sean
cleaning
los
days he
días en
mentioned?
que los caninos de intervención. Tal vez es...
Right, both are a possibility. Paimon knew you would...
Wow, esto parece novela visual. Vamos a la tubería. A ver, no hay nada oculto por acá.
Oh, Paimon's so tired. But we can't sleep yet. They'll be cleaning the pipes tonight, so it's
Tenemos
the
que aguantar
perfect
hasta que
chance
se
for us
duerma
to
todo el mundo.
investigate. Whatever. Just be sure to wake Paimon if she dozes off. Paimon's worried something might... Huh? Traveler? Did you fall asleep already?
Esta se quedó dormida. Ah, no. Otro sueño. Otro sueño de Novi.
Traveler, come on, wake up! Oh, according to Paimon. Well, what did you see this time? Really? So we're finally starting to figure out what actually happened. But what? Okay, well it's about time for us to get moving.
Bueno, entonces, am, bueno, entonces, vea las tuberías.
Careful, we'll get in trouble if the guards catch us.
Ya decía yo que iba a ser. Entonces hay que evitar a estos. Podría ir por arriba. Si voy por ahí me van a ver. Si les paso por detrás.
Uh-oh, they spotted us!
¿Dónde escogieron? Ok, tienen buen oído. Este me va a ver. Ah, se movió.
This should be the place.
Y están estos tres.
I know you. You were the ones we saw.
Huh. You've got guts showing up here. You know who we are, right?
You'd better leave now. Ain't nobody coming here to save you.
What'd you say?
Ustedes inventaron los rumores de normas secretas y caníbales. Secretas sobre los canales fueron invención suya.
Yeah, so what if they were?
Si nos
If you push
enfadan,
us, we can
haremos
make
que
those
esos rumores
rumors
se
a reality.
conviertan en realidad.
Hey, what's the point of all those rumors anyway?
I don't have to tell you
No les
anything.
debemos ninguna explicación.
If you turn around, go back to the dormitories and act like you never saw it.
Yeah, scram. Nothing worth seeing here.
Algo me está llamando.
Huh? What did you say?
Isn't that exactly what Boss said when he left?
Hey, do you know our boss? Oh, we had no idea our boss was such a big deal.
Siempre
He
mantuvo
always
su
kept
identidad
us. So,
secreta.
did he have you come here to find us?
Que vinieron a
Oh,
vernos.
so your child's crew
Son
here?
ustedes
Seems like
su
he had no
pandilla en
problem
este
fitting
sitio.
in.
Vaya, si se integró bien. Vengo a averiguar qué le
We're
pasó.
the only ones who heard him say those words when he left that night.
Lo que dijo
So
aquella
unless
noche.
he
A menos
somehow
que se lo
told you
dijera a
those exact
ustedes.
same words after that. All right.
Wow, those dreams of yours sure come in handy.
We gave him the business for a while and would always give him
Si
a
igual
hard
fue
time when
este
he first
parecía
came to the
avergonzado
fortress of
de algo.
Narapede.
Nosotros nos portamos muy mal con él. Hicimos
But here
cosas
in the
mal.
fortress,
Pero en
strong
este
will
sitio los
always
más
earn
fuertes siempre
respect.
son
He
los
was
más
working the
respetados.
longest hours and racking up wins in the pancration ring. You could always see how amazing he was, even when he was teaching us a lesson. So eventually,
But one day, he suddenly told us that he had to find a
Hasta
way
un
to
día dijo
escape this
que
place, no
le
matter the
costase lo que le
cost.
costase
He
tenía
said
que
it was
encontrar la
because
forma
he
de salir
heard
de
that
aquí.
call again.
Aquella
And
voz
as
que lo
his
llamaba.
crew, if the boss wants something, then it's our job to get it. So, we got to work and used the hidden rules that were here to make up. We just wanted to give him a better chance of escaping on a night after the pipe.
Oh, thanks to your rumor, nobody would want to come anywhere near here, prisoner or... But has a child already escaped?
Because as far as we know, the pipe he went
Porque
into
por
isn't
lo que sabemos
actually
el
an
camino
exit.
por el que
It
se
should
fue
be a
no es
dead
una
end.
salida de verdad, más bien un
It leads
callejón sin
to an
salida.
abandoned
Está
factory
conectado a
area,
un área
and
industrial
even if there
abandonada
were a way to escape from there into the
y
sea,
tuviera una
we're
forma de
still
llegar a
way
través
too
del mar,
deep.
ese camino
No one
quedaría
could
muy lejos.
ever reach, but Boss still insisted on going in. It's like he was obsessed, so we told him that we'd pretend as if he
Mientras no
never
estuviera,
exists, and
fingiríamos
that if
que no
he wanted to
existe.
come back, he should wait for nighttime on a pipe cleaning.
So you come and wait here through the night a few times a month just because.
Yeah, but it's been so long now. We already know in our hearts that he must.
Is it also possible that something.
Nothing could ever defeat Boss or slow him down. It's one thing we know for sure.
Okay. Paimon was just
Podían
brainstorming
llevarnos
possibilities.
hasta el lugar desde que se
All
marchó.
right. Keep quiet and follow us.
The way up from here has been
El
sealed off.
camino aquí está
It's
cerrado,
impossible to
Calicut,
get
es
Boss
imposible
left
cruzar.
by going down
Se
from
fue
here.
por aquí abajo,
It
pero
wasn't full
entonces
of
no estaba
water at the time.
inundado.
Later, we came back hoping to have a look. That's when we found out it had been completely flooded. It's impossible to navigate unless you're an extremely skilled.
Do you think Child got trapped by the water?
Not likely. We all know that Boss was an incredible swimmer.
Really? Then have him come investigate. Pronto. Just be sure to tell us if you get any news about.
It's getting late. We should leave before the guards come this way.
Yeah, we learned a lot about what happened to Child here.
¿Y entonces? ¿Y por qué no se metieron a bucear? Bueno.
We finally learned some key information. Seems odd. When you said you knew a diver, you were talking about Fremine, right?
Femini.
If
A
we
lo
ask
mejor
Lenny, he'll
podríamos
definitely
pedirle
have
a
Fremine
Linnea
help us.
que Femini nos eche una mano.
Why is Child like this? What was he doing going into... Fortunately, though, it seems like it's only a... Now that we can finally relax, I'm starting to feel super sleepy.
Se acabó el acto 3.
It's morning already? Oh, Paimon still needs more sleep.
Tomémonos la mañana libre.
Huh? Wait, look over there! Isn't that... It's one of Linny's cards! Let Paimon see what's written on it. Maybe you haven't heard, but today is
Hoy
the
es el día
monthly
libre de
free
este mes.
day.
Nadie tiene que
Everyone
trabajar,
has the day off today,
por lo
which
que es
makes it the
el mejor
perfect...
momento para
It's been a
ponerse a
while since
investigar.
we last talked. Have you
Así
been
que
making
han
any
hecho algún
progress
progreso
lately?
recientemente,
Let's
vengan
meet
al
at
lugar
our
de siempre
usual
en el
spot in
dispar.
the factory
Hora
area before
de la comida.
lunchtime. Ooh, today's our lucky day. We have the day up. From the sound of it, Lenny's been making progress with his investigation. We still have some time before we meet up.
Caramba, capítulo 4, acto 4. Hacia las estrellas. El libro se... ¡Premio! Recogemos un poquito los logros. Y vamos a subir el susodicho reloj, aunque sea un poco. Esto no le veo futuro. Ojalá que salga por 2. Y no hay suerte. No estamos de suerte hoy. Hoy sí que no quieren salir. Eso fue una tontería porque me podía haber salido por 2 y se hubiera desperdiciado mucho. Ujú. Todo parece que está por debajo. Uf.
Look, there are some people talking over there.
If you ask me, those pompous parasites on the
Viene a
surface act
puesto
like
de
they're all
rey,
a
pero
bunch
se
of
preocupan de una
aristocrats.
escoria como nosotros.
Hey, speak for yourself, mate. I'm no.
Yo no soy
Oh, you
escoria,
think you're
ni se
special or
molesten de notar
something?
tu
If you're
inocencia.
here, then you're just a convict like the rest of us. I've heard that even if you're released after serving your sentence,
I don't buy that.
hey, how cool would it be if the whole world was destroyed by a giant flood and every—
What kind of filthy bilgewater you spewing? Listen, things ain't so great on the surface, but who says that you have to leave? I've heard that you can still stay here and work even after you've served your sentence. Not bad if you ask me. Who wants to live in the ruddy overworld anyway?
And what makes you think they want to hire someone like you? It's one of the great mysteries of the universe, how someone is used—
Whoa. Sounds like they're
No le
really
gusta para nada el
Speaking
mundo de la
of which,
superficie.
Paimon never heard anyone use the words overworld or underworld
Agua
when we were
abajo en
living
el
up there.
exterior. ¿Será
Is
la
that
jerga
only
de los
something the
reclusos?
inmates down here say? That's true.
Grab yourself a well.
Uf, se murió Jack. Murió Jack. Y vamos a cambiar.
All is accounted for. Let's move out.
Pura copo, pura. Me encanta esta medusa. Pura como ella sola. Bueno, vamos ahora para acá. Creo que esto va a tomar bastante tiempo. ¿Cuánto llevaremos?
Hey, you over there?
Van 37 minutos. Imagínate tú.
Yeah, you. Say,
Sí,
you like
sí,
playing
tú.
card games?
¿Te gusta
You
jugar a
know,
las
like
cartas?
Genius
Ya sabes, ese
Invocation
juego se llama
TCG.
Invocación de los Sabios. Uy, no, qué horrible.
You TCG players are like mint.
Hey, come on now. What's wrong with finding all right.
But why would you be?
Well, there are lots of card players here in the fortress. When I saw you, I immediately thought, hey, sure.
Great.
I thought you would have.
Why
Ay,
don't
no,
you?
ojalá que no me vayan a poner
Have
a
you
jugar
heard
las
any
cartas.
spin, did you know?
No me gustan los juegos de cartas.
There are two guys who I never really found their gossip
En mi
very
opinión, su información
mind-blowing.
no es ningún
It's
bombazo.
pretty much
Hablan de
just the
las
same
mismas
stuff.
cosas que
If
oigo en
you're
mi trabajo.
interested, you
Si
can
les
go
interesa,
talk
puedo
with
ir a
them.
hablar con ellos.
They tend to talk a lot of non.
Good to know.
Let me think. Oh, did you know that the Duke was also a
Fue un
convict?
recluso antes.
That's right. The Duke was an inmate just like you and me.
Lo exiliaron aquí
Seems he
por
was
cometer un
exiled here
delito.
for
Sin
committing
embargo, más
some
tarde se
crime.
convirtió en el
To
jefe de
go
todo el
from
lugar.
an ordinary inmate to becoming the manager of the whole place? A forbidden zone?
Suena algo
Sounds like
inventado.
something that someone just...
It's just a rumor we've been hearing, but no.
Anything else?
Bueno, por lo menos la versión de Bruce Lee vieja nos dio bastante información. Y acá por aquí no había estado.
There's a group of people over there. Let's go listen.
So I said, that's not a
Este tipo de
faucet.
cosas,
Hey,
¿qué
who
quiere?
are you?
Oh, sorry for eavesdropping. Sounds like
What's the matter? They're just looking to join in on a—
Hey, Don't pretend like it's okay for them to just interrupt us like that. Fine. You're
You hear that, Quisto?
Your expressions tell me you're looking to hear some juicy info, am I right?
Really? Are we that famous?
You're kidding. How often does anyone get a personal tour led by His Grace himself? Practically everyone was talking
Todo el
about it.
mundo ha oído
Word
hablar de
has it
ustedes. También dicen
that
que
you
han
also caused
causado
quite the
revuelo.
A little mistake, huh? I like the way you put it. You see, people with a good attitude.
Your group?
I'm Quisto, and this is
Soy
Lavarune.
Cuiso
People
y él es
usually call us the
Levarune.
Bombshell Bros, but don't worry.
La gente suele
We're not
llamarnos
playing
los
with
hermanos
bombs or
bombazos.
anything. It's just that our information is always so explosive.
So, you two really like to gossip?
¿Qué suelen hacer? ¿Chismear?
You don't
No,
get
no.
it.
La
Knowing
información
intelligence will make things better for you here.
puede hacerte
For
la vida
example,
más fácil. Por
knowing who's
ejemplo,
working
saber
with
quién es
whom,
amigo de
who
quién,
has the latest
quién está al
rumors, who's
tanto de
not
los
getting
últimos
along.
rumores, quién no se
Wouldn't you
lleva
like
bien
to
con
know
los
all
demás,
that?
¿de verdad? ¿Quieren esa información?
Whoa, all this info's
Tendrán
worth
que pagar el
something, you
precio de
know?
pago.
I don't mind him. Quisto's always this way. Just play not the welfare meals. Talk
La
about the
comida del
welfare
comedor, la
meals.
comida del comedor.
Right. That meal we had yesterday was...
Is that so? To tell you the truth, I've been helping out with making those welfare meals.
Oh, so you're the one who made those delicious steaks.
You are correct. I am a true. Since you like my cooking, I guess that means we share similar taste.
Me está guiando el ojo, parece que me está diciendo algo. No te enfades con él, es buena
Listen,
persona.
kids. The power structure within the fortress is quite
Es
complicated.
complicada, los de
The
agua arriba,
overworlders couldn't care
importa
less
tampoco
about
que
it.
nos
You've
pasen
already
por
met the one person here you should never cross, the Duke, Risley. He knows more than you think. And if he doesn't care about something,
Those who have the Duke's attention get
Los
all
que
kinds of
atraen
special
la
perks.
atención de uno
Even
tienen
better
todo tipo de
treatment in the
ventajas especiales.
infirmary.
El mejor trato de la
I know who you
enfermería.
mean. It's that Jurier character, right? I don't think there's
Uriel.
anything useful about him at all. Why does he visit the infirmary practically every day? Is it normal?
But did you know that Churia was a talented researcher from...
I don't care if he was a researcher that could turn dirt into Mora. Once you're in the Fortress of Merip...
Por lo que dice Uriel, ese tal Uriel va a menudo en la enfermería. Eso tengo que
Speaking of
notarlo.
which, the last time I saw him, he was passing by in the corridor with Lorvine. I also heard they started arguing in the library and got into a fight, right?
You mean he hit a woman?
But that Lorvine's also quite the odd one, you know? She's always gabbing away, got into a fight with a man, and she also got sent to the infirmary. Come to think of it, I always...
Wait a second. You know...
Do you think... Could it be that they're secretly meeting there to go on dates?
After all, I do remember seeing Lorvine beat Juria to a pulp that one time.
Una mujer tuvo una pelea con Uriel. Aparece ella también, suele ir en la enfermería.
Okay, we've talked to just about everyone, and it's about time for us to go meet Linny. According to the card he left us, we should go meet him in the production zone.
¿Será que por aquí llego al...? Porque hay un ascensor. No, estoy lejísimo. En mi mente pensé que estaba más cerca. Pero estoy extremadamente lejos. Por lo visto Lenny está para abajo. Pero esto es agua. ¿Podré hundir acá? No, solo puedo nadar, pero no me puedo sumergir. Por cierto... se faltan 7 horas. ¿Y cuánto falta de para la tienda. Son 3 días. Bueno. Ah, para abajo. Me van a hacer recorrer otra vez. No sé, pero esta principal está así como mucha novela visual, mucho y poco combate. Bueno, más que por lo menos Ayaka tiene una sonrisa. A ver, ¿quién me escribe? Ah,
So this is a day in the life of the traveler. I'm learning more about you all the time.
uy, ¿verdad? Por cierto, que se me
A
estaba
blade
olvidando.
embraces its duty, as a jeweler cherishes their gems. A blade is like a tea leaf. Only those who sample it many times can appreciate its true qualities. I only wish life could be as leisurely as this a little more often. How greedy of me.
Bueno. Bueno. Ahora es arriba. Bueno, pues. De verdad que esta área no sé por qué me recuerda en inglés. Ahora ya.
Huh? That look in your eyes. You
En tu
found
boca has
something?
descubierto algo.
Hey, this is no time to be modest. Just tell him we found a boatload of information.
Oh, as expected of the legendary duo, you have my.
Resuena de toda la información.
I'd have never guessed that myself. The rumors swirling about this place are unreliable after all, and Master Child probably went missing because he found a way out. He is a harbinger after all. I suppose he's much more resourceful than I initially gave him credit for. Unfortunately, this isn't enough for our final report to Father. We need to find out. Father told me that even though Master Child said he was just coming to Fontaine for a vacation, he actually had some personal reasons. His agenda might be linked to his disappearance.
His escape route is already flooded, so we'll have to task someone with professional diving skills to chase after him.
Well, when you put it that way, it's obvious that only Fremine would be up to the task.
Bingo! Is he around?
He's working today. Coming here as a group would have attracted too much attention. I'll talk to him about it later. It's the least I can do. Honestly, I'm far more impressed by you guys managing to collect all this information right under Risley's watchful eyes.
Collecting information has always been our strong point.
Now, let me think. To find out more information, Fremine will have to retrace Master Child's original route. And if he's to do that, he'll have to set out on the next pipe cleaning day at the earliest. That's 6 days from now.
Quedan 6 días.
And after...
You can even estimate how long it'll take?
We've been working together for a long time. We know each other's capabilities like the backs of our hands. Traveler, what say you to meeting here 9 days from now?
Dentro de 9
We'll be
días y
able
de
to
paso
pick up Fremine while we're
recogemos
at
a
it.
Fremine.
Oh, and there's just one last thing we'd like. Though we can just sit back and wait for Fremine's report on Master Child's whereabouts, we still need to make more progress on the... Fremine's no master of disguise. Lynette's still working on getting intel from the other areas, and I'll need to spend some time helping Fremine...
What do you want us to do? Will it be...
Well, I won't call it easy per se. Listen carefully. You'll need to find an excuse to get into the infirmary and investigate the room and environment. You've mentioned several sketchy-looking people always meeting at the infirmary earlier, so it probably has something to do with the secret we're hoping to uncover. Investigate the internal structure of the infirmary, but also there's no need to take risks. Don't forget, safety always comes first. My apology.
But that's not a bad thing, right? All right, then we'll head out as soon as we finish.
Let's go our separate ways for now, then.
De verdad que esta primaria parece una novela visual.
Hey, stay here for now. Paimon will take a peek. There seem to be several people inside.
Right. I feel like
It's not impossible.
It's a bit hard to understand them from here. So, why don't we just try to talk? Someone, please help! She's...
Whoa, are you okay?
Oh my! What's wrong, little one? There's no need to panic. Take a deep breath before you begin.
The traveler started complaining of a stomachache, and then nausea, and then collapsed onto the ground. Freezing limbs, twitching fingers, and pale complexion. Could it be poison?
Let me take a look. Please, lie down over here.
¿Sí? Ay, me duele la tripa. Qué cara.
I'll get you to the bed safely. Here, hold on to my shoulder and walk slowly.
You can do it, traveler.
Gracias, siento las
Don't
molestias.
apologize. You're sick after all. Now, please relax. I'm just going to do a preliminary checkup on you. I see now. My checkup has confirmed that she's not in any
No corre
mortal
peligro.
danger.
Podemos descartar lo
That's our
peor.
worst.
Oh, Oh, that's good.
I'll continue my diagnosis of the patient now. Please, relax.
Me toca el estómago y con su poder mental se le ve más aliviada.
Don't sense serious damage to your organs either. Does it hurt when I press here?
No mucho.
And here? Huh? But based on my initial checkup, there shouldn't be a problem here.
Maldición, habré sobreactuado.
What about here? Does this
No,
hurt?
apenas.
I understand. I think you just ate something
Se
that
admite con
disagreed
algo
with
te
you.
sentó
That's
mal,
all.
no es nada grave.
Nothing
Solo
too
que a
serious.
veces sentirás un
Outside
dolor
of
de
pretty bad
estómago.
stomachache.
So that's what it is.
Que se han quejado de la comida. Le transmitiré esos comentarios a
I'll inform our
Wally.
head chef. Congratulations. The health risk is incredibly low, so you should recover within a
Qué
couple
mala
days.
actuación. Y esta se siente enseguida.
Well, I'll go get some medicine for you.
Y en 2 días estarás como nueva. Quédate un momento aquí descansando. Te traeré algo de mí.
Miss Levine, I'll have to trouble you to help me look after this new patient while I'm gone. Very well.
Así que este es Lurvin.
And she hopped away, just like that.
Vaya, se fue dando saltitos. Genial, la infiltración ha ido mejor de lo que esperaba, pero aún hay 2 personas aquí dentro. A esa mujer, así que seguramente sea una de las pacientes frecuentes de enfermería. Ese hombre es
Hello.
Yuri.
So how are you feeling now?
No muy bien. Si no dejo de mirarla, sospechará de mí. El hombre al lado puede haberse dado cuenta y está
Her
mirando.
stomach aches really bad.
Le odia
She's
tanto la
stumbling
actriz porque
about the whole
caminaba
way
dando
here, so
tumbos.
Paimon's really worried.
If Miss Sijuin says it's not a serious problem, then there's no
Ella
need
es
to
la mejor
worry.
doctora del sitio. Así
She's the
que si
best
ella
medic
dice,
we've
no
got.
hay nada que pueda hacer.
It also looks
Parece
like
que
she's
ella es la
the...
única doctora.
Well, that's
Sí,
true.
es así.
What do you mean that's true?
¿Cómo que es así? No la
That's really
confundas.
misrepresenting the
No
situation.
puedo hablar por todo
Of
el
course I can't
fuerte,
speak for the whole
pero
fortress,
todos los
but
que
it's not
estamos
like
aquí
everyone
encerrados somos
imprisoned
unos
here is
inútiles.
useless, you know?
Cuánto amor. El amor, el amor, el amor. El amor, el amor, el amor.
Though they may have committed crimes and
Hay
gotten locked up
personas
here as a
que,
result,
aunque
they
hayan
still know a
cometido un
thing or two
delito,
about
entienden de
medicine,
medicina
and they help Miss Sijuin
y
take care
ayudan
of the
a
sick and injured.
Sigewin.
Yeah, you're right. But did you have to lecture me about it in front of another patient? Aren't you a patient too? Where did all your energy come from?
Está bien, pero no tenías que decir todo enfrente del paciente. ¿No estás enferma tú también? ¿De dónde viene toda esa energía?
That's correct.
Lo siento, me emocioné un poco.
Are you two also?
We've been sick a while. I
Somos
come back every
enfermos
once in a
crónicos.
while for
Que
checkups
tengo que
and
venir
to
cada
pick up the
cierto tiempo
medicines
y de
Miss
paso
Sijuin
recojo
prescribes
medicina
for
que me
us.
receta la enfermera y jefa.
You could
Y ella
say she
cree
fancies
que
herself
puede
as
ser
Miss
la mano derecha
Sijuin's
de la
capable
enfermera
helper
jefa,
because she learned a bit of medical
solo porque ha
knowledge ages
estudiado algo de
ago.
medicina.
Please watch your mouth, Mr. Jurrier. Don't
Mira
forget
ese
that you are the
tonito.
primary reason
Te
I have
recuerdo que
frequent
si
heart
tengo
palpitations.
taquicardia es por tu culpa.
Hey, don't start arguing now, please. Keep it
Si
civil
tienen algo
at
que decir, se
least.
pueden hablarlo tranquilamente. Se llevan a matar. Solo se encontraron aquí porque venían a recoger sus medicinas. Quitando a estos dos, no hay nada sospechoso en la enfermería. Los documentos que hay en la mesa son más que expedientes médicos y cajas. No hay nada que valga la pena investigar. En las paredes tampoco hay nada. Un momento de suelo y una plancha de hierro.
Hey! There's no need to fight! Everyone will be released someday, so there's...
But...
Release. It's way too early for us to even
Los
think
halcones
about
saben
that.
si al
And
salir
who the
de
heck
aquí
knows if
podemos
we'd
seguir
even
con
be able
nuestras
to
anteriores vidas. No sé si será mi intención de aventurera o es un poco extraño que haya justo una aquí.
Please allow me to end this boring and useless conversation. Oh, and Mr. Jurrier, I don't want to see your face here.
And same to you, Miss Lorvine.
Ya he
Anyway,
descansado más
that
que
was more than
suficiente.
enough
No
rest for me,
dejas de
so I'm going to
gritar
get
como
out of this
histérica. Me voy.
excessively...
He just slowly walked off? Like that?
That's just what he's like. I'm sorry you had
Siento
to see
igual,
all of
siento que
that.
hayan visto este espectáculo.
I'm Lorvine,
Y él es
and
bueno.
that's... Well,
Ojalá
his name
nunca
is
tengan que
Jurier,
tratar
but
con
I
alguien
hope...
como él.
You really can't stand him, huh?
Pues
I mean,
claro
can
que
you
lo odio.
blame me?
¿Quién aguanta a una persona
Who
tan
would like someone who's as
condescendiente
arrogant
y
and
obsesionada
obsessed with
en
weird
investigar
research
temas
topics as he
extraños?
is? I'll accompany
Me
you two
quedaré
for a
aquí con
while.
ustedes un rato.
Miss
Cuando llegue
Seashwing should be
Win te
back
tomas la
soon,
medicina.
and I'm sure you'll feel... No, it's...
I'm back.
Ya estoy
Did you
aquí.
rest like you promised?
¿Han descansado tal como les dije?
Thank you for getting our medicine, Miss Seashwing.
Did you all cooperate with your bed rest?
Entonces, si han
I trust that
descansado,
nobody got up to walk around.
mira, tienes que tomarte la
Here,
medicina durante
this
2
should
días.
be 2 days worth of medicine for...
Te tomo la medicina para el estómago.
Miss Lorvine, I left in a bit of a hurry just now.
Antes me
Do
fui
you
un
still
poco
remember if we
deprisa.
discussed the color of the pill that you should be taking?
Es amarilla. De esto estaban hablando antes. No me suena.
Yellow, huh?
Esta es tu medicina. Vete a dormir.
These are yours. Please.
All right, then I'll also be on my way now.
Bueno, yo me
I hope
voy.
you feel better
Espero que
soon
te
too.
recuperes pronto. Gracias.
I'm going to fill out your medical record now. You're
Te
widely
llamas
known
Luzbel,
as the
¿cierto?
Traveler,
Necesito que
right?
me confirmes algunos
Just those
detalles.
two made quite the commotion just now, so why
No
don't we let
dejaron
the
de
Traveler
discutir.
rest?
Paimon
Paimon can answer the
contestará en su
questions
lugar para
instead.
que descanse un poco.
So her primary symptoms are abdominal pain. That's it. All right then.
Pues nada más.
Is there
Bien.
anything we should know besides to take the meds? No, her base constitution is quite good, so I'm sure she'll recover quite quickly after taking the medicine. Please, make sure to stick to bland or less stimulating foods. And don't stay up too late at night. Got it. Paimon will hold the Traveler to...
Le da una... Sí, bueno, déjame... Haré que ella dice y dormiré bien.
Oh, you're going to take a nap already?
¿Ya te duermes?
Okay, then.
Bueno,
You
está
get
bien.
some...
Tú descansa. Te cambias a una camilla normal, te relajas, el cansancio acumulado, estás a trabajar. Escucha hablar lejanamente a Paimon y así sigue Win.
We've been to lots of places together.
Un montón de
She may
sitios.
look a
Ahora
bit
se
under the weather
encuentra
now,
mal,
but she's
pero
actually
siempre se puede
super
confiar en
strong.
ella. Wow, sigue Win y Paimon casi que...
So you're the best of companions. Well, don't worry.
Por alguna razón esa palabra reconforta, te relaja y
you're
duermes. Mira quién está despierto. A ver, vamos a ver si por el chat. No, por GOG no. Por Steam. Bueno, mira quién está
How do you
despierto.
feel? You slept for a really long time, but we never left.
Bueno, estoy mucho mejor gracias a los dos. Bien, entonces ya te puedo dar de alta. Recuerda tomarte las medicinas y a su hora de comer y comer ligero. Gracias, enfermera. Uf. Está volteada. Mucha gente sufre de intoxicación. Esto tiene que acabar. ¿Dónde fue que esta vio la plancha de metal? Aquí obviamente no. Aquí. Estas son... Sí, esto es una entrada. Bueno, vamos al descanso. Bueno, hice por acá, pero... ¡Ah, caramba! Estoy al lado de la enfermería.
You really are something. To be able to fall
¿Pudiste
asleep like
dormirte?
that and
Me
even
te
sleep
murmuras
past
en
the entire
sueño.
time, you scared Paimon half to death.
Tenías asustadísima a Paimon. Ajá, vamos a colocar un momento eso. Eh, Bueno, entonces, no dije nada, no, que no debiera, ¿cierto?
No, but you kept mumbling things along the lines of, Pyron, don't take my grilled fish and put down the Adeptus Temptation now.
No, solo decías cosas como, Paimon, no te comas mi pescado a la parrilla o no toques esa tentación de
Paimon talked with Sijwin the entire time you were asleep. She seems like she's just a sincere nurse, and Paimon didn't notice anything unusual in the room. Are you sure we're not going off track with the infirmary?
Paimon le dice que habló con la enfermera y que notó que era bastante honesta y que no había nada raro en la sala. ¿De verdad es así? No sé, siento que hay gato encerrado. La plancha de hierro en el suelo y lo de Siegwin le preguntó a Lubin, ¿de verdad están hablando de medicinas antes de que entráramos? Lubin y Lubin siempre discuten de esa forma o no era más que un espectáculo.
Whoa, you really are super thorough.
Paimon no prestó atención a todas esas cosas sospechosas.
We've got to give the info to Linny.
Consigues pasarle la nota a Linek mientras trabaja. Esto es lo profesional, ya que su misión no cambia en absoluto. Por fin ha pasado 9 días. Y vamos a ver con qué nos salen. Misión completa.
Astrologers must rid themselves of material desires. Only
Busca
by
Linney
ridding oneself
en
of
el área de
clutter can
producción.
one see the true world around them.
Bueno, vamos a ver. Wow, qué rápido. De verdad que está un poquito repetitiva esta principal. Qué carita tiene Paimon.
Did you two run into any trouble over the
¿Han
past
tenido
few
algún
days?
problema estos
No,
días?
we just worked our shifts according to the schedule.
That's good. That means you didn't raise any suspicions when you infiltrated the infirm. We've taken a look at the slip you've sent. Fremine successfully left the
Salió por la
grounds via the
tubería hace
pipes
2
2 days
días
ago.
y Linney
And
se
as of last night,
infiltró
Lynette
en la
has also
enfermería.
infiltrated the infirm.
Wait, why is she getting involved is...
You already went above and beyond when you
Ustedes
scoped
hicieron
out the
bastante
infirmary.
al ser las primeras en ir
To
a
put it
pelear.
more bluntly,
Para ser sincero,
even if we were to
aunque
view that as something you
viéramos
did in
esto como
exchange
un
for Fremeny's
intercambio por
help,
ayuda,
you've already done more than enough.
ya habría hecho suficiente.
Infiltrating a guarded stronghold is a different kind of job from a one-off investigation. We want to avoid using the same faces over and over and reduce... Lynette also felt like you have already taken the first step for us, so she should be the one to finish the job.
So that's what Lynette thinks. Oh, Paimon hopes
Nunca me
everything's
negué a
going well for
ayudarlos.
her.
Then, let's go check on Lynette before Fremene returns. If everything went well, then she should be wrapping up her investigation right about now.
Vayamos a ver qué tal va Linet antes de que Freminé regrese. Si no, que ha ido muy mal.
Is now really a good time to go over?
According to my observations, Sigewinne always spends around half an hour away from the infirmary right before lunch. Lynette knows this as well, so this should be a good time to meet up with her.
Nosotros también estábamos corriendo.
Also, I'm her brother, remember? It's only natural for an older brother.
Okay, then let's head over.
Wow, otra vez a acercarnos escondidas.
Lynette
Eso no
should
fue
be
escondida.
here right now. Huh. Strange.
As expected, Sigewinne isn't here, but why isn't
Linet
Lynette
tampoco.
here?
¿Será que encontró alguna pista? Tal vez encontró una pista y la
No,
siguió.
Lynette rarely deviates from the plan. We agreed that if she were to make
No es
changes
una
on the
persona
fly, she'd
impulsiva.
find a way
Además,
to let me know.
acordamos que si se las arreglaría para informar de ella.
Unless...
A menos
Let's
que...
see if there are any clues around here. We can look while we wait for her. Who knows? Maybe she'll be back soon.
Okay.
Seguro se metió la trampilla y listo.
None of the beds have any signs of having been slept in.
That's the one Lynette must have used, right? You said she was protected.
She would have said her migraine was having a... Which means, either the head nurse didn't return the entire time from when
La
Lynette
primera
laid down
jefa no
up
ha
until she left
regresado,
the
o que desde
bed,
el principio no tenía
the nurse
pensado hacer la cama. Ya directo, creo que era mejor investigar la placa.
Ah, this is it! We saw it before!
Wait, this thing? It doesn't look like it's been disguised that well. The space behind it is empty. From its size, I don't think it's an entrance that is meant to be taken apart. There's probably a mechanism around here.
Tiene que haber
Could
algún
Lynette have
mecanismo
tried to get
cerca.
inside? But if that's the case,
Pero
she
no
would have
puede ser,
contacted
que
me
ella
for
nunca
sure.
actuaría de manera impulsiva.
Let's look around here for some more clues.
Inei parece tranquilo. Lo de no ponernos nervioso debe haber sido más un recordatorio para sí mismo. Comprendo los recordatorios para uno mismo.
There are some books here and a few files. They all look like... Advanced nursing, how to raise the spirit
Cómo
of your
animar un
patients,
paciente, guía
a
rápida,
quick
psicología
guide to the
emocional
psychology
para
of emotions.
que sirve
These
sonreír.
sure are some interesting books. Who knew Sigewinne would be interested in these? She even has books on understanding people's motivations and feelings. Is it because she's a Melusine? Or does she have a need to understand her
La
patients'
enfermera le
emotions?
gusta la psicología.
Seems quite normal to me.
Es parte
These
del
are
trabajo de
skills that would come
enfermero,
in
así
handy.
que no me parece extraño.
Hey, you guys, there's a slip of paper.
Aquí hay una nota.
It's right over here, and there's a bunch written on it too. It reads, out of respect for your usual practices, I'll use a piece of paper or card as the medium to pass on my message. You may consider this as me giving you my best regards.
Siguiendo su costumbre habitual, les informo por medio de una nota escrita, de una carta considerándolo muestra de respeto.
This is...
Is that all?
¿No hay nada al reverso?
Show me! Now!
Qué carita.
That look on your face. Paimon's reading it now. Would you care to guess where Miss
Adivina
Lynette of the
adivinanza.
Fatui could be
¿Dónde
right now?
estará la subordinada de los Fatui llamada Lynette?
No. Could she have? Is she already?
Wriothesley
Entonces no puso ninguna
deliberately
medida de
leave the
seguridad en la
infirmary
enfermería
unguarded
para
to
que
use it as
cayéramos en una
bait?
trampa.
Wait, you mean he was aware of our goals from the very beginning?
Sabía cuál era nuestro
Why?
objetivo del
We
principio,
didn't
pero
run into any
¿cómo?
trouble
Cuando
last time, and he
fuimos no
also
había
never
ningún
reached
peligro.
out to us since.
¿Por qué ha decidido actuar ahora en esta
Yes,
segunda vez?
that is a crucial question. Wriothesley,
Siempre tiene un
he
objetivo
doesn't
o
do
razón
anything
para
without
hacer
a
las
clear
cosas.
goal or reason. So this means he had no concerns about your activities from the very
Lo que
beginning.
significa que la que le preocupaba no eras tú,
You're
sino
not from
Lynette.
the same camp as us. You were sent down here by Nervulet, so you have no conflict of interest with Wriothesley. We're a completely different story, though.
No entra en conflicto con nosotros por su objetivo, porque su objetivo era Lynette.
I'd like to know that too. Why did he only go after her?
Lynette.
Don't panic. Just think
No nos
everything
pongamos
over.
nerviosos y
I
pensemos.
have to
Tengo
stay
que
calm.
calmarme.
This
Esto
is
es
not like what
distinto
happened last
ante
time.
la
The
situación
situation's different
diferente.
now. Wait, you're right. Oh, the fact that Fremine was able to leave
Que
the
Femini
grounds.
haya logrado salir
Could
de
Wriothesley
Fuerte
have let him go as
también
well?
forma parte de los planes.
What does he gain by letting Fremine leave like that?
Dejó que Lynette y Femini desaparecieran a propósito.
So he's challenging me and trying to provoke me, I'm sure of it. We never should have sent out Fremine. We had to go through all that trouble to find an opening to sneak him around the guards and into the pipe, and we even thought luck was on our side. If Wriothesley let him leave on purpose, then he's probably in a terrible spot now as well.
Lenny's getting more and more panicked. We have to calm him down. Don't be like this, Lenny.
No te pongas
Fremine wouldn't have left
así.
if we hadn't told
Si
you about
nosotros no te
Child.
hubiéramos contado
That
lo
was
de
our
Nomi,
fault.
Femini no se había ido. Si quieres culpar a alguien,
No.
que sea nosotros.
I'm the
No,
leader of
yo
this
soy el
operation,
responsable de
and
esta
I'm the
operación.
one
Soy el líder
responsible
del
for this
equipo.
team. I'll go.
Quiero ir a ver a
Don't
Wes.
be reckless. Traveler,
Al
please
Duque.
talk some sense
Vamos a llamarlo el
into him.
Duque. No seas impulsivo, tienes que
I simply
convencer.
cannot allow Lynette to be abducted again. I have to go. I'll find a way to get them back.
He's rushed out the door. After him.
Caramba, se fue. Escuchó la chiquita esta.
Right. I feel like we still have some room to make changes on these details.
It's not impossible, but it'll require extensive testing.
Habrá que hacerlo.
Is that so? Very well. Then please be mindful of the time. Huh?
Is someone?
Pack everything up. Whoever's outside is eavesdropping. They'll probably come in once we stop talking. Someone! Please help!
Whoa, are you okay?
These two. As expected, they've already found this place. Oh, they are quite shy. What a delightful turn of events. I like smart people, but I also like playing dumb. I like the feeling of being trusted.
Resultó que la enfermera infantil es más despierta. Caramba, caramba. Con esa carita. Y vamos a echar un vistazo en el chat. Por ahora nada.
Oh my! What's wrong,
Corelina,
little one?
pero ¿qué ha
There's no
pasado?
need to
Espera, no
panic.
te cálmate, cuéntame.
Being able to read human
Y usted saber
expressions
leer a
is
los
quite a
humanos.
useful skill. Wait! It's no use. We have to catch up to him.
¿Y qué pasa si yo regreso a la enfermería? No, este juego no da para tanto. No. No hay dos formas diferentes de resolver las cosas. Como lo había en Dragon Age Origin, a Dragon Dogma. Los Divinity, los Sacre. Qué rápido, ya lo perdimos. Wow, ya lo perdieron.
Come out and face me, Risley!
Aren't we at an administrative office space? Why don't you at least try to follow even a couple
Si
rules
respeta
from the
las normas
fortress's indoor
administrativas del
management
fuerte.
regulations?
What did you do to my sister?
I ran into the young miss at the infirmary. I'd heard that she was suffering from quite the migraine, so I decided to invite her over for a cup of tea. I do have some teas in my collection that can work wonders against such an illness.
Stop joking around! Where did you take my...
I have also heard that your performances are quite the spectacle. Miss Lynette would sometimes enter a box filled with water, only to emerge the next second from another place altogether.
Están hablando sobre espectáculos, provocaciones. Tengo entendido que esos espectáculos son deslumbrantes y que a veces Lynette se mete en tanques llenos de agua para aparecer en otro sitio, un abrir y
Maybe
cerrar
she'll
de
appear
ojos.
behind you right now if you were to turn your head.
A lo mejor te das la vuelta y aparece tras ti. Está intentando engañarme para que me dé la vuelta. No creo que vaya a atacarme. Además, los rehenes.
Are in his hands, and he's even in the mood for small talk.
Y está hablando como si nada.
Lynette is probably still alive. You knew we were investigating the infirmary from the start, so you deliberately aroused the traveler's suspicions and baited us into continuing our investigation, just so that you'd be able to kidnap Lynette. As for Fremine, no, you probably didn't even interfere with Child's escape. You let him go, so you could purge the Fatui members that we had planted into your ranks.
There was no need to do so. The fortress of Meripede is a pretty pleasant place. Most people enjoy their lives here. The only ones who act differently are those with personal agendas. It was quite...
You removed our original members and spread the news of Child's escape so Father would assign our team to come down and investigate. Fremine has also fallen into your hands, right? If you're oh so omnipotent and so in control, why would you need hostages?
One correction. Lynette is in my hands right now, but Fremine is not.
Lynette está en mis manos, pero Fremine no.
He's not. What do you...
Lenny!
Oh, wonderful. Everyone is here, so I'll only need to say this once. Thank you so much for cooperating with me. Eager and to the point, I see.
Qué buena persona eres,
Alas, only Miss Lynette is currently having a cup
solo
of the fortress's
bebiendo
finest tea. Although, as per your original plan, Mr. Fremine should also have returned to the fortress by now.
Según lo acordado
But
entre
he has neither
ustedes,
shown up
Fremine
within my gates,
debería haber
nor
vuelto
has he
hoy.
been taken into any kind of
Sin
custody.
embargo, ni ha
So,
aparecido,
where do you think he may be right now?
ni está conmigo. Así que, ¿dónde creen que puede estar?
Wait, you can't mean you locked him
¿Lo
outside in
dejaste
the
atrapado
sea?
en el mar?
I closed the fortress's
Lo
gate
hice
to the
fue
outside
cerrar la
world.
puerta de entrada.
That's all.
Fremine's a star diver, so he should be...
No, we're still here, so he definitely tried to find a way to come back for us. So we can't assume he might have made a break for the surface.
Como aún estamos aquí, querrá volver a entrar como sea. No contempló la posibilidad de regresar a
Why would I
superficie.
do this, you may be asking? to
¿Por
have
qué
it on
hace
his with
esto,
you, of course.
ilustrísimo señor Duque?
My intel tells me that Mr. Linney is a great magician, so it's only natural for me to want to have some cards of my own when it comes to negotiating.
Ah, te preguntarás por qué hizo esto el ilustrísimo Duque, por qué quiero hablar contigo una cosa. Por lo que tengo entendido, eres un mago muy famoso, Linney, y como bien sabrás, se necesita tener un as bajo la manga para negociar con estrella como tú.
Besides, I do recall you mentioning to Miss Lynette that you've always wanted to have a face-to-face meeting with the Lord of the Fortress of Meripede, regardless of whether it was in a personal or a professional capacity. Well, you got your wish.
Además, ya sea por motivos personales o por trabajo, dijiste que querías conocer el alcaide de Fuerte Meripede.
So, you've been keeping tabs on us before we even set foot in the fortress.
Some of my folks just happened to hear a thing or two, that's all. In any case, I will be straight with you. I was willing to play dumb and turn a blind eye, so we had a pleasant few days playing games together here. But once you started focusing on the Forbidden Zone, all of that changed.
Pensé ya de hacerme la vista gorda y llevarme bien con ustedes, pero empezaron con el tema del área prohibida y ya son palabras mayores.
Mr. Linney, the cards are stacked against you right now. Miss Lynette is in my hands, and Mr. Fremenet is still slowly being pickled out there in the brine. You need do but one thing to guarantee their safety. I would like you to contact your superior,
Me gustaría que
and ideally,
hablaras con
invite
tu
her
jefa
over for a cup of
y la
tea
invitaras
with
a
me.
venir a tomar un té.
You want to see Father? But why should she bother giving you...
Well, if she cares for the well-being of her dearest children, she should have plenty of motivation to join me for a parents' evening.
Bueno, sus hijitos están en mi poder. Digo yo que hay razones de peso para hacer la reunión.
I've heard that the bonds between the members of the House of the Hearth are like the bonds of family. I don't see why she would refuse.
Why did you think Father sent us to handle the Fortress of Meripede? This place is basically a no-man's land. It wouldn't be fitting for anyone as important as a harbinger like Father to come here in person.
¿Por qué crees que Madre nos mandó encargarnos de Fuerte? Este sitio es básicamente tierra de nadie, y alguien tan importante como ella, una de los 11 a más vendido en persona.
Oh, I see. So it's because she
No le
doesn't
gusta este
care
lugar,
for
qué
my
lástima,
place
con la
here.
cantidad de té que tengo
It's
guardado
such a
aquí.
shame.
Hasta envié
After all,
un
I've
poco
amassed
a su
quite the tea
señoría
collection. I was looking
y el
forward
alcohol
to
de
share.
Was
Purina.
this the extent of your master plan to get to Father? No matter how much pressure you may put on me, I won't allow you to use us to blackmail.
You people really are difficult to get along
Qué
with.
difícil es tratar
All
con
I'm
usted. Te
asking
estoy
for is a
diciendo que solo
face-to-face
quiero charlar un
conversation.
rato
Does she
con Madre.
truly have no
O que ella
interest
no
in
quiere
the
saber el
fortress's secret?
secreto.
Mr. Linney, you have one last chance to invite your father here. If you
Tienes última
refuse,
oportunidad para invitar a Sota, o de lo contrario, ¿por qué quieres hacerlo?
instead of asking why I'm doing this,
¿Por qué no
why don't
te
you try to see
paras a
things from my
pensar un
perspective
poco
for a
en lo
second?
evidente de tu pregunta?
From the very
Fueron los
beginning,
Fatui
the
los que
Fatui has
decidieron
been
acercarse
actively
al fuerte.
infiltrating my fortress. I gave you a warning by cutting
Me
off the
deshice de
first
sus
few operatives I
informantes
found,
en
but that
señal de
only caused you
advertencia,
to double down.
pero
Had
ustedes
you given up
tenían
on
que
the
seguir
fortress then and
insistiendo.
there, I'd
Por
have no
esta razón
reason to
quiero
want to
hablar con
talk.
su líder.
Mr. Fremenet left the fortress on his own, and Miss Lynette tried to pry out my secrets right in front of me.
Linney intentó desvelar mis
No matter
secretos
how
frente a
you
mis
look at
narices.
it, the responsibility for this falls on you.
Se mire como se mire, yo no debería ser responsable de sus acciones.
I shouldn't ask Father to do anything because of us.
6, 5,
Wait,
2. Time's up.
Risley!
Negotiations have broken down. Please leave, ladies and gentlemen. It's time.
Un momento, por favor, ¿no podemos seguir hablando?
Yeah, listen to the traveler. If you can't talk to
Si
Linney,
no
can
quieres
you
hacerlo con
restart
Linney,
the
al menos
house?
habla con
You do
nosotros.
realize that I'm only letting you go
Saben que si no han
because of
tenido
Neverland.
problemas hasta ahora es
Yes,
gracias a su señoría,
you're here helping him out, and
¿verdad?
I've already done my
Que es la
best
que
to
lo
stay
envió
out of
para
our way.
ayudarlo. He hecho todo lo posible para no ser un estorbo.
But that doesn't mean you can just do whatever you want. The
Pero
fortress
eso
may
no
be
quiere decir
small
que
and
puedan hacer
remote,
lo que le da la
but
gana.
it
Cada
still
lugar tiene
has
sus
its
reglas.
own set of laws.
Yo también quiero salvar a Linney y a Fremio.
Then how about this? Those who are capable deserve
Así que
respect.
hagamos lo
You've
siguiente,
spent
ya
quite
que
some
llevan un
time
tiempo
investigating my
huyendo
home
en
turf
mi
by now, so
territorio,
why don't you
¿qué tal
tell
si
me
me
a thing or
cuentan
two about what
lo
you
que han
found?
averiguado?
I'll ask you 3 questions. Answer all of them
Si
correctly, and I'll agree to
contestas
your request.
correctamente, haré lo que me
Question
pides.
1. Regarding the
En
hidden
cuanto a la
rules of the
norma secreta
production
del
zone,
área de producción,
what
¿por
is the
qué no se
truth
puede
behind the one
trabajar
about not
durante
being
3 días
allowed to work for
seguidos?
3 days in a row?
Así que nos va a hacer preguntas sobre recuerdo que tras trabajar 10 días seguidos, la comida del tercer día apareció en una carne extraña de comedor. Menos mal que hemos hecho una investigación muy detallada al respecto. Ay, no. No vamos a... Sí, vamos a empezar con el minijuego este. Había una norma, aparece una carne extraña en el comedor. ¿Quién verá que trabajas durante 10 días? ¿Quién verá que trabajas durante 3 días seguidos?
I've been told that the infirmary is always empty for
La
the half
enfermería está
hour just before
vacía
lunch.
a la hora de
But what could siege? The Fonta promoter has
El
been
promotor
struggling
Fonta
because he doesn't recognize the
no
real
le ha ido
value
bien
of
porque
coupons.
subestima el
Meanwhile,
valor de los
the
cupones.
Duke believes that only idiots who don't understand
Piensa
the
que solo
value
los
of
tontos no
coupons would
reconocen el
spend
valor de
them
sus
on.
cupones.
We often see Miss Sijuin
Suele estar
observing
en
the
el área de
prisoners at work
producción
near their
observando a
production
los
zone.
trabajadores. Aparece con su
Seems
quinta
like
puede
she can
discernir
perceive the
estado
general
físico.
state of a person's health.
Creo que la enfermera. Y
Fonta's internal reports suggest that they're starting a new
se está
trial
llevando
of
a
an
cabo la
unnamed
primera
and
prueba
unpackaged
promocional.
product. But the research note said that the Melusine race perceives the
Y las
world very
melucinas
differently
perciben
from
el mundo de
humans.
forma distinta a los humanos. Por
Because of
supuesto,
that, the
hay un
Melusines have
abismo de
also
diferencia.
developed a sense of... According to Collins, the Pancration tournament only took place because the font...
No.
We often see Miss Sijuin observing the...
Tiene que ser. ¿Bajo qué circunstancia apareció la carne extraña?
I've been told that the infirmary is always empty for the half hour
Media hora
just before
antes
lunch.
de la hora de la comida.
But what could Sijuin... The Fonta promoter has been struggling because he doesn't Fonta's internal reports suggest that they're starting a... The research note said that the Melusine race perceives the world very differently. According to Collins, the Pancration tournament only took place because the Fonta company sponsored it. The company must want to return... I've been told that the infirmary is always empty.
¿Por qué tiene ese aspecto la... Ah, por esto.
According to
Por la
Collins, the
investigación.
Pancration tournament only took place...
Deducción incorrecta. La carne es lo que está mal.
Fonta's internal
Según el
reports
informe
suggest
interno,
that
está
they're
llevando a
starting a
cabo
new
la primera
trial.
prueba. Esta. ¿No?
The Fonta promoter has been struggling because he doesn't recognize the real value of coupons.
No, tiene que ver con la enfermera. Claro, porque las melucinas ven diferente. Entonces la carne extraña, ellas piensan que es rica. Sí. Ahora sí entendí.
So that's what's going on.
Ya entiende qué es lo que ocurría.
Who would have guessed? The hidden rule of the production zone.
En que si trabaja durante 3 días,
Supposed to work 3
Paimon se
days
puso
in a
ya
row,
el atuendo
and
de
if they do, they'll
detective.
get strange meat in their welfare meal. At first we thought this strange meat must have something to do with the people who disappeared. But in reality, they were all prepared by Sijuin, the head nurse. She often visits the production zone to observe the workers' health and makes a note of anyone who has worn out of her sense of duty as the head nurse, as well as her genuine concern for the workers' health. Sijuin visits the cafeteria right before lunch and cooks an extra dish for those who can. Sijuin has only the best intentions with her surprise gift and doesn't. Unfortunately, Melusines as a race perceive the world different. The recipients of her lovingly prepared special meals cannot taste the care within. Are we on the right track?
Not bad. You've uncovered Sijuin's secret and even guessed her intentions correctly as well. It's nice to know that her efforts have not gone unacknowledged. All right, now for my next question.
Pasemos a la siguiente pregunta. Bueno, sí. La enfermera era quien cocinaba media hora antes, agregaba la comida, pero como es una melusina, lo que para ella parecía estéticamente correcto no lo era. Y era sobre todo para la gente que estaba más cansada. Pero no había maldad o intención. La pregunta es el par de dos que hacían ahí con ella, pero bueno. Bien, pasamos a la segunda pregunta. En cuanto a la norma secreta de la arena de Bocajarro, ¿por qué no se puede apostar por ambos poseedores a la vez? Contenía un líquido. Hemos investigado mucho al respecto, creo que debería poder averiguar la verdad. ¿Qué pasa si se viola la norma secreta del área de Bocajarro? Ajá, sale el líquido rojo. ¿Quién envía el paquete que contiene el líquido rojo? Eso sí está bien bueno para preguntar. Yo creo que es allí sí es la compañía.
The Fanta promoter has been struggling because he does.
Sí, la compañía. ¿Por qué tiene ese aspecto de color rojo sangre?
According to Collins, the Pancration tournament
Se organiza gracias a Fanta,
the
que se
company
empresa
sponsored
de eso.
The research note said that the Melusine race perceives the world very differently from. Fanta's internal reports suggest that they're starting a new trial of an unnamed and
y empaquetados
unpackaged
oficiales
product.
para su nuevo producto. La razón de dicha prueba es que hasta los empleados de la empresa tienen sus dudas. ¿Será esta? Sí. ¿Por qué solamente se recibe el paquete al apostador de dos? Por dos poseedores al mismo tiempo. Eso sí que no me lo puedo imaginar. Según Coli, en Bocajarro se organiza gracias al torneo del patrocinio de la empresa. No. Tengo dos malas. ¿Quién envía el paquete? Ya no, creo que la enfermera también.
We often see Miss Sijuin observing the prisoners at work near the.
¿Por qué solamente se recibe el paquete al apostar a dos poseedores?
The research note said that the Melusine race perceives the world.
Wow, tampoco. ¿Quién envía el paquete que contiene?
The research note said that the Melusine race perceives the world. I've been told that the infirmary is always empty for the half hour.
También la enfermera, no creo. ¿Por qué solamente se recibe el paquete al apostar en?
We often see Miss Sijuin observe.
No. ¿Quién envía el paquete que contiene el líquido?
According to Collins, the Pancration. I've been told that the infirmary is. The Fanta promoter has been struggling.
La compañía, ya decía yo que la enfermera no tiene nada que ver en este caso. Al final resulta que no eran cosas tan aterradoras.
People get scared when they see it because they've subconsciously begun to associate it, but really, it's just a bottle of the latest yet to be named and packaged.
Era una botella del último producto sin nombre oficial de Fanta.
A blood red drink. It's no wonder even Fanta's the company, facing backlash from its own staff, decided to try to trial the product, and they came to the fortress of Meropide and offered to sponsor the Pancration tournament. The Duke, knowing how valuable coupons are in the fortress, knew that only total idiots who didn't understand their true value would bother buying a font. And so, only those who proved their stupidity by being dumb enough to bet.
I acknowledge the effort you've put into bringing the truth of this mystery to light.
Caramba, todo era una cuestión de la compañía y de orgullo del señor Duque.
Based on your description, that Fanta promoter is a bit too careless with his words.
Se fue demasiado de la lengua. Tendré que reconsiderar nuestra colaboración con su empresa.
All right, and here's the final question. What's
¿Qué
the secret
secreto
behind
ocultan
our
los dos
head
pacientes
nurse
en la
and all of
enfermería?
her patients in the infirmary?
Stop your cruel and pointless games, Risley! You know that we haven't finished our investigation, so there's no way we can answer the last question. The thought of sparing Lynette and Fremine never even crossed your mind.
LOL, me cambia la nariz de lado y lado. Piki. Parece una señal de cambio de un carro. La luz de cruce.
pay for this?
Lenny, ¿estás bien?
Oh, close one.
Por los pelos.
I owe you,
Gracias,
That was
Sigewin.
a fantastic shot.
It was nothing, Your Grace. Sigewin? Though this gun may look like a toy,
Esta pistola
it's
puede parecer
actually
útil,
fully
pero
functional.
tiene su utilidad.
Sigewin.
¿Por qué tienes que ser cómplice del Duque?
Not at all. I am merely a resident of the fortress, and thus protecting it is my duty. When Monsieur Nervulette asked me to come here, he told me that my job would be to
Me
take
dijo
care
que
of the
mi trabajo
well-being
era
of
cuidar de la
everyone
gente de
here.
este lugar.
I am
Solo estoy
merely, but if
cumpliendo
you
sus
mean what you
órdenes.
just said, then isn't Linny someone you should be looking
¿No
after
crees que
as well?
entonces,
Isn't he a resident here just like the
si
rest of
conoce a
us?
su niña, por qué no aprende sus valores?
But I really am just doing what
Estoy
Monsieur
haciendo lo que me
Nervulette
dijo,
told
y
me to
además,
do.
estoy
Everything I
protegiéndolo. De
did,
lo
I've
contrario,
done to protect
estarían en
them.
un aprieto aún
Had I
mayor.
not, they would be in far more dire straits, right? His Grace knows it
El
too,
Duque es
right?
testigo de ello, ¿verdad, Duque?
My dear Sigewin,
No
whatever
tienes
shall I do
remedio,
with
¿eh?
you? Would it have killed
No
you to
podías
just
esperar
wait
un
enough?
poco
Well, it's
más.
nearly time after all.
Ya casi es la hora.
The way you
Además,
do things can be
quería
truly
hablar con
frustrating
usted de lo
sometimes, Your
mucho
Grace.
que me frustra
I
como a
figured I should.
veces.
What are you talking about? What
¿De qué
time?
habla y de qué hora es?
Take me if you want. Let them go.
How touching.
Conmovedor,
Can you
no
just
puedes
give me
darme
one more
ni
minute?
un minuto más.
Don't be like that, Your Grace.
Duque, por favor.
All right, everyone, calm
Está bien,
down.
querido amigo, cálmense.
2 more
Enseguida
visitors will be
llegarán
arriving
otros dos
anytime. I'll go
invitados
get a
más.
cup of tea.
Y
Miss
ahora déjenme
Sigewin,
beber un té.
I leave Miss Lynette in your
Tú
care.
te encargas de Lynette.
I believe I hear footsteps.
Vaya, ya se oyen unos pasos.
Some space, please.
Con permiso.
Ah, Miss Clorinde.
Señorita Clorin, la
My
puerta de
door.
mi oficina.
Fremine. Fremine.
Freminek.
What's going on? What is Clorinde doing here?
¿Qué haces acá?
Work.
Trabajar.
I'm sorry about shooting you, Mr. Linny.
Perdón por haberte disparado.
tranquilizing
El
effect
efecto
will
del dado
begin to wear off
tranquilizante se
soon.
te pasará pronto,
Please
pero
take
hasta
it easy
entonces
in the
no te
meantime.
What
esfuerces
happened
mucho.
to Fremine?
¿Qué ha pasado con Freddy? ¿No se
Wasn't
supone
he
que estaba
diving
en el
just
mar?
outside of the fortress? Why is he looking like this?
¿Serán los síntomas de...
A flushed face, an accelerated pulse.
y el pulso
He must have
acelerado? Debe haber
consumed
ingerido
primordial seawater.
agua del mar primigenio.
What did you say?
Please, make some space. I'll need to give Mr. Fremine a more thorough checkup. Your Grace.
I'll talk to Clorinde while you get Fremine to
Hablaremos
where he
cuando haya
needs to be.
terminado de hablar con la
Everything
señorita
else can
Clorindy
wait.
y cuando hayan llevado también a la enfermería. Caramba, pregunta para saber qué sucede. Tiene cara de asco, como si no quisiera que Sigway tocara a Femine, pero aún así no la ha detenido. Es cierto, Femine necesita que lo vea un médico. Lo está examinando concienzudamente, no parece demasiado seria, así que imagino que son buenas noticias, pero Femine está bien.
How is he?
These symptoms are probably
Tiene
caused by
síntomas de
an
haber
acute
ingerido agua
ingestion of a large amount of
primigenio, pero su
primordial
vida no está en
seawater.
riesgo.
Of course, it would be
No
best to
obstante,
be
será
stayed
mejor
for
tenerlo
further
en observación
observation.
por un tiempo. De
Let's
momento
leave
se
him here
quedará
for
aquí
now and move him to the infirmary once he's recovered a bit more.
y cuando se encuentre mejor lo trasladaremos a la enfermería.
Sorry. I am aware that the infirmary may not be your favorite place in the world at the moment. We do only have a single clinic in the fortress, however.
Why would he ingest a large amount of primordial seawater after leaving the fortress?
Please, look after Mr. Fremine for the moment. I'll go fetch some medicine and a respirator. Oh, I'll bring Miss...
Where is she? How is she right now?
Oh, she just took a nap in an empty room after I tranquilized her. If my calculations are correct, she should also be waking up right around now. You might not believe me, but His Grace and I actually made some snacks and tea for her.
Esta enfermera es medio psicótica. Es dulce pero psicótica. Linnea no parece tan tenso, se ve que ha creído en sí.
What's that look on your face? I thought I made good time on the way back.
Aquí viene esa cara, pensé que había
Oh,
llegado
I'm just admiring your punctuality. Had you arrived just a few minutes later, Sigewinne may have been forced to shoot Mr. Lenny again. How's the situation out there?
The water has changed. It's pretty much as expected.
El agua ha
The
cambiado
concentration
más
of
o menos.
primordial seawater
Esperábamos
has
tiene una
increased
mayor concentración
significantly.
de agua primigenio.
I was only out there a short time, so it wasn't too bad.
Está en ella
But if
durante un
one were to
breve
stay for
tiempo.
any
Pero
significant
si
amount of
alguien
time,
se queda en ella demasiado tiempo, ocurre lo que ves.
Where was he when you found him?
¿Dónde está cuando lo encontraste?
the abandoned zone at the end of the pipes. A
Al
good
final
distance
del
into the
área de
water.
tuberías abandonadas. Recorrió una buena distancia tras meterse en el
Closer
agua.
than I thought. He must have recognized it early on and tried
Debió darse
desperately to
cuenta muy
swim back.
pronto de que algo iba mal y trató desesperadamente de nadar
Locking the door
regreso.
was necessary.
Cerrar
I
la
don't think we
puerta
could
era
have saved
necesario,
two.
de haberse ido otra persona más, no podíamos haberlo salvado.
Well, I did try to convince him that I had my reasons. Never seems to work, though.
Intenté convencerlo que mi intención era buena, pero no
It would
logré
probably
convencerlo.
work on Neuvillette. He has a knack for picking out who had good intentions, even when the outcomes were all terrible.
Su señoría nuevo billete lo hubiera creído. Él siempre sabe detectar las buenas intenciones que hay tras los malos resultados.
That's a bad sign if you're having to plead your case to Neuvillette.
LOL, me da un
Want some
poco
tea?
igual.
Not particularly. If you want to drink some that badly, just say so.
Fine, I'd like to get some tea. Want me to get you a cup too?
Might as well then, I suppose. Actually, do you have a towel?
¿Tienes alguna
I
toalla
would
por
like
ahí
to dry
para
my hair.
secarme el pelo? Caramba.
Lenny, are you okay?
I'll be fine.
Are you sure? You don't look all right.
My hands and feet are still a bit weak, but that's probably just...
I'm back, everyone.
Lenny! Oh, Traveler, Paimon, you're here too. Fermine?
He'll be fine. But for now, please help me lift him up.
Afremine.
His breathing's beginning to slow down.
Give me a hand and help me get him to the infirm.
Yeah, I'll take him from this side.
On it. Traveler, you seem pretty worried about him. Want to come with us?
Parecen preocupados por él. ¿Quieren venir también? Sí.
The Duke and Clarande are gone.
¿Y no se dieron cuenta que salió el duque y la otra? Wow.
They probably went to get some tea.
Estarán tomando un
Duke
té.
will
No
explain
se
the truth
preocupen,
in
el
just
duque
a
les
bit.
contará la verdad más
Miss
tarde.
Clarande will need a break.
Necesita
Since she
descansar.
only just returned from rescuing...
Florín rescató a Feminet en el mar. ¿Qué demonios está pasando? Uy, ya pensé que me iban a poner otra vez el juego ese de... Bueno, aprovechando que estamos aquí adentro, ¿no habrá por mera casualidad un librito, algo? Ah, mira dónde están.
Could I tempt you with some sugar?
No need.
Could I tempt you with...
No need.
Se parece en cierta forma a una parte del castillo en el juego de Castlevania, pero no Castlevania del Nintendo, sino los Castlevania de computadora, los El Señor de la Sombra. A ver el chat. Nada por aquí, nada por allá. Tengo que probar los programas esos de que vaya, que escriban y lean. Y bueno. Uy, no, ya empezamos para allá, para acá. Sí, que el Arias Básicamente el gran secreto de esto es simplemente que el mar está contaminado. Pero por ahora es muy leve la contaminación. ¿Qué hace aquí? Sospechoso.
He's awake. Fremine, how do you feel?
Bueno, Fremine se despertó.
Lenny. Lynette.
We're all here. The infirmary at the Fortress of Meripede, Mr. Fremine. How do you feel? Don't push yourself if you're...
Traveler. The sea. There's something wrong with the seawater.
Algo malo pasa con el agua del mar.
It's okay. We can talk about it after you've recovered.
No, listen to me. This is really serious.
Por alguna razón el agua del mar está mezclada con agua del mar primigenio.
I don't know why
Por favor, no pueden entrar en contacto con esa agua.
Pipes. Right, the pipes. It's all coming back to me now.
Y entonces Nobil entró en contacto con... No lo creo.
I'm in. See. Where could Master Child be?
Ah, caramba, busca pistas sobre Nobil. No. A ver cómo me lo tienen armado. Arma. Level 90, gran espada real. Aumenta la probabilidad de crítico. Los artefactos. C3. Y atributos. Qué raro. Y esto por aquí. Parece que alguien ha tocado esa máquina.
Could he have done it?
¿Y esto? Ah, caramba. Y aquí la vuelvo a subir.
It's it's getting stuck on
Parece que
something.
se ha trancado.
Seems like I'll have to avoid those obstacles while I turn
Tendré
it.
que evitar los obstáculos girándolo. Parece que el disco está atascado. No puede seguir. Entonces hay que girarlo es abajo. Lo bajo y lo giro. Y ahora lo subo. Creo que lo quedó bien. No sé.
This is where the water starts. Okay.
Aquí acaba el camino. Bien.
Master Child probably dived into the water. I'll...
Métete al agua y sigue investigando. Ay, un minuto.
Wherever the tide takes me, so long as the light of the hearth still shines, I'll always have a home to return to. I want to spend some time at the bottom of the sea, in peace and total silence.
volví. Bueno, vamos a ver. Entonces vamos al agua. El agua está muy profunda. Aquí no. Aquí sí. Por aquí menos vegetación y el resto no parece natural.
These traces aren't natural. A person must have left them, and recently. I should be going. Oh, there are traces here too. I need to keep going. Huh? The traces are gone, but I don't see where he could have gone from here. Wait, what the? My heart is racing, and it's getting harder and harder to breathe. No good. I have to get back. They still don't know anything about what's going on. If I turn back right now, I should still be able to make it.
Debo volver. Corro, 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 que se me baja la vida.
I can't die here.
¿Y el casco?
This... I have to push on.
Esto se acabó. Hasta ahí nadó.
So, in other
Perdiste la
words,
pista y
the
no
trail you
sabías
were
dónde
following
podía estar
vanished,
Novi.
and you had no
Pero lo
idea
real
where Master
tampoco
Child could
había
have
un lugar
gone.
por donde
There was...
pudiera haber salido.
That's right. I tried my best to swim back,
Pero estaba
but
muy
I had
lejos y
already
apenas
put some
quedaban fuerzas.
distance between myself and the fortress.
Miss Clarande brought you back, but we also don't know why she just suddenly appeared at the fortress, or why she went out to save you.
Pero Clorinde te rescató, pero ni sabemos qué hace en el fuerte.
Miss Clarande, you say?
You're still too weak for Monet. You can...
Miss Lynette is right. I believe Miss Clarande will stay here as a guest for another few days,
Como
so
invitada.
there's no need
Así
to
que se
hurry.
quedará unos días más.
Guest? Then...
You should ask His Grace about that. He'll be able to explain better than me. Yeah, it's about time he actually told us what's going on. Wanna come with us?
No, please go on without me. I don't want to leave.
Lenny.
The logical part of my brain is
La
aware that
cabeza
we're
me dice
safe
que ya
right now,
estamos a salvo,
but
pero el
I
corazón
still
me dice
can't
que
bring
no
myself
salga de
to
aquí.
leave. Both of you were
Después de
just in
todo,
danger.
hace tan solo un momento que estaban los dos en peligro.
Understood. Then let's just sit together for a while.
In that case, I'll leave the infirmary to you. The Traveler and I are going to head out for now. As long as you stay in here, I don't think you'll be disturbed.
Thank you.
Bueno, entonces estos quieren estar juntos.
I'm also real.
Don't say that.
If I was strong...
No, how can...
Huh?
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Lenny, we
Yeah.
Bueno, entonces dejemos a estos tres y vamos a la oficina del duque. A ver si tenemos respuesta a este manicomio. Y de verdad que las misiones de polvo de hadas mágicas de verdad que estaban como que más confusas que esto. Bueno, vamos a ver por aquí.
Excuse me.
I take it Mr. Fremenet's condition has stayed.
Of course. I wouldn't have left.
I've been expecting those two, but might I inquire as to the purpose of your visit, Miss Siegewien?
I wanted to check up on Miss
Vengo a ver a
Cloran.
la señorita Cloran. ¿Cómo te
Mostly
encuentras?
fine.
If you don't mind, I'd like
Si
to
te
perform
parece, me
another quick
gustaría
physical
hacerte
exam.
otro examen
It'll
médico.
just
Será
take a
rápido,
few
solo
All
unos
right.
minutillos.
Thank you for looking out for me.
Yo ya me voy.
Well, want to explain yourself, Risley?
Usted mucho que explicar.
Of course.
No
But
me
I'm not
gusta cómo son
partial
eso de
to the
explicar.
word
¿Qué
choice
tal
of
esclarecer?
explain. Where should I begin?
No sé por dónde empezar. Así que
How
hagan
about
ustedes
you
las preguntas
start
y
by
pueden
asking me
comenzar.
any question?
Then Paimon will begin. Did you know about Lenny's
¿Sabías
goals
cuál era el
from the very
objetivo de
beginning?
Lenny y sus hermanos? No.
I just knew they were
Solo
Fatui
sabía que
operatives
están con
sent to
los
the
Fatui
fortress by
y
the
que
Knave.
vinieron al fuerte Mero bajo
As
las
for their
órdenes de
specific goals,
Arlechin.
I only figured those out
Arlechin.
as you made
Su
progress on your
objetivo en
investigation.
concreto lo fui diluyendo
You
a medida.
managed to monitor and stay ahead
Los
of them
vigilantes
even
tan
though
de
you
cerca
didn't
sin
know what
saber
they
cuál
were
era su
trying to
objetivo.
do?
They came here with ulterior motives. I'm quite adept at discerning what that kind of behavior
Sus intenciones
signals.
no eran buenas, eso sí se me da bien detectar. Porque no los
Initially, I
detuviste.
thought their goal was just to investigate Child's disappearance.
Al principio pensé que era averiguar lo que le había pasado a Novi.
Lenny suggested that I had deliberately let him escape, but in truth, I didn't really do anything special to help or hinder him while he was here. Everything he did, from finding
Eso
helpers
Lito
to leaving
encontró
this place, he did on his own.
unas ayudantes y salir de aquí.
Of course, it's inevitable that the Knave would make a big deal out of her fellow Harbinger's unexplained
Estoy
disappearance.
convencido de que ha hecho todo un mundo de la desaparición de uno de los 11 de
I'm also
Fontaine.
quite curious about where that Harbinger went.
Pero como también
So
tengo
I figured I
curiosidad
might
por
as
saber a
well let
dónde
the
ha ido
Fatui
ese
do
tal
their own
Novi,
investigative work.
dejé que los Fatui se
All I care
encargaran
about
de
is the
todo el
answer.
trabajo de investigación. Así yo solo tenía que esperar a
So
respuesta.
you were hoping Lenny's group would just do.
You make it sound like that's a
Que
bad
no
thing.
puedo hacerlo. La pena es que
Unfortunately,
las
things
cosas
didn't go as planned.
dieron un
I
giro.
assume that
Seguramente
Fremenet has
Fremen
told
ya
you
les haya
already
contado
the
las
ratio
aguas
of
del
primordial
fuerte
seawater around the
Meropide.
fortress of Meripede. The Forbidden Zone has always been
Lo
Lenny's
que Lenny
target, and
quería
you got
investigar en
roped into that
principio es el área
investigation after
prohibida.
running
Y en
into
el
him.
proceso
I
las
began to
implicó a
intervene
ustedes
out of
también.
concern for your safety, and also to
Así que
prevent
por
the
seguridad
fortress from
fuerte, para
becoming
que no me
entangled in
dieran más
more
problemas,
irksome matters.
los que ya tengo, empecé a interferir.
Are the rumors true that you're also a former criminal?
¿Es real el rumor que tú también
Why
fuiste un
would you put it
delincuente?
like that?
¿Cómo dices?
Isn't
¿Es
staying
que no
here
crees
all
que
day
ser
and serving as
alcalde
the
y
manager of
estar
the fortress a kind of sentence unto itself?
no es
Another
casi como
form
estar
of prison?
preso?
I just happen to have some support from the rest of the inmates. That's all.
Los demás reclusos también confían en mí.
Paimon wanted to ask, who invited
Me, of course. I paid her good mora to come down to the fortress for some field work.
Yo obviamente le pagué una buena suma para que viniera al fuerte Meropide. O sea, le pagó a Clorinde.
As a champion duelist, Miss Cloran could be considered to be an independent party. I needed to find an exceptionally capable person to help me get through the impending crisis.
La señorita Clorinde es una verduga del justiciazgo. Es decir, una tercera parte de todo esto. Tenía que solicitar la ayuda de un ayudante extraordinariamente fuerte para que se enfrente al problema que se me avecinaba.
And saving Fremenet was part of that crisis?
You can think of it like that, yes. Credit where credit is due, that boy is quite adept at diving. Had conditions not been as hostile as they were, he probably would have found the missing Harbinger already.
Ya hay del área prohibida.
That's not something you should be asking after.
Lo que
Novelet
te
only
encargó su
asked you to
señoría,
investigate Child's
Novillete
whereabouts.
es investigar paradero de Novillete.
All I need to prove to you is that the Forbidden Zone had nothing to
Es que el
do
área
with the
prohibida no
Harbinger's
tiene nada que ver con la
disappearance.
desaparición de Novillete.
That should be clear now that you've spoken to
Fremenet
Fremenet.
puede dar fe de ello.
But we've already uncovered that there's something wrong with the infirmary. And we've answered a bunch of questions that you threw at us. Isn't it about time that you answer?
You make a compelling case.
No me lo ponen nada fácil.
Do you really want to know the answer
Tanto
that,
quieren saber la respuesta.
even if the truth may not be pleasant?
Aunque no les guste lo que va a escoger,
Follow
sí.
me.
Bueno, por fin sabremos qué es el área prohibida.
hidden door here? And a whole basement behind it? Huh. You're pretty good at hiding stuff, Risley.
It seems you've forgotten just what kind of place the Fortress of Meripede is.
Una puerta secreta. Y un ascensor secreto,
Stand
todo
on the
secreto.
central plate.
Wait, is there a secret mechanism or... Whoa! So, this is the Forbidden Zone? Honestly, for a place so well hidden, Paimon sure doesn't see
Eso de
anything
ahí
special.
está la de por vida, está bien escondida.
What a huge door!
Una puerta enorme.
There are 3 such isolation
Total, hay
gates in
3
total.
puertas enormes.
Generally
Normalmente yo soy
speaking,
el
I'm the
único que
only
tiene
one who's
permiso de
allowed to
entrar.
go inside. Hence the name Forbidden Zone. Am I correct to assume you're going to run on back and tell your little Fatui friends everything?
Well, Paimon wasn't thinking of keeping anything from
Bueno,
them.
no pensábamos ocultárselo.
Well, I'd
Ya
advise
se
you
dirá
wait
si
until you've
contárselo o
seen the
no.
whole truth of this place for you.
Huh. So there's a switch on the side.
Stand back.
Whoa. They all just went up one by one.
Go on, have a look.
Qué raro que estén diciendo.
I've been interested in what lies beyond that gate ever since I assumed leadership of the Fortress of Meripede.
Abrirla sin
Of
razón
course, it would
sería
be
temerario,
unwise to
pero
recklessly
no
open it,
investigar también supondría
but it'd
un
also be
peligro.
risky and negligent to the readings on that dashboard have not budged since the day when I first laid eyes on this place. But over the past year,
En
the
el
needle
último
has
año
crept
su manecilla
upwards from
empezó
its
a
original
moverse.
position,
Imagino que
likely because some
habrá
parameter it's been
sucedido
tracking
algún
has changed,
cambio.
if only infinitesimally. Normally, I would have ignored it, but I happened to have some free time when I noticed it, so I investigated. Any guesses what the reading could be tracking?
La presión del agua, la temperatura.
Very reasonable guesses. I've considered both of those as well. Unfortunately, the temperature should vary with weather and climate changes, so for something that rarely shifts, the water pressure is more likely. We ran a few tests to increase the pressure from the outside. Later on, a few more possibilities occurred to me, such as a potential connection with the primordial sea. Over the past few days, the needle has moved again. With that, and the symptoms that Fremine displayed after leaving the fortress, I can now confidently conclude that the readings represent the
concentration of primordial seawater?
And that is precisely the problem. We're at the bottom of the sea, and now we're surrounded by toxic seawater. Somehow, primordial seawater got mixed in, and the concentration is steadily rising.
El agua del mar primigenio se está mezclando con el agua del mar.
But forget about the two of us. Not even Novelette knows where the primordial sea could be, much less where we could find him.
Seems like you've figured it out. I believe the primordial sea lies directly beneath this sluice gate. For some reason, the primordial seawater levels have risen significantly, and it's now very close to us. The indicators are now red. Although the gate still stands, some primordial seawater has already leaked out and mixed into the sea around us. If this continues, soon it will no longer be able to hold back the primordial sea at all. Yeah, you know what the legends say. If this place falls, then everyone in Fontaine will be turned into puddles in the span of a night.
Si perdemos el control de este sitio, toda la gente de Fontaine se convertirá en agua de la noche a la mañana.
Weird! Why would the Fortress of Meripede be built right above a sluice gate for the primordial sea?
¿Quién rayo construyó este sitio?
Your expression tells me you think this might be part of a vast, complicated conspiracy. It's just that the secret of the Forbidden Zone had been long
La gente
forgotten
de
by the nation
Fontaine
before I
olvidó hace
rediscovered it
mucho
with my
tiempo el
research.
secreto de esta área, hasta que yo volví
There's no
investigando.
single founder of the Fortress of Meripede in any traditional sense. What
Los
we know about its
rumores en
history
torno
has
a
been
él
left to
nos
us
han
by the
llegado a
people who
través de
used to live
personas que
here.
solían vivir
When the
acá.
previous Hydro Archon Egeria ruled the land, all convicted criminals from Fontaine were exiled. The people drove the criminals away like a wolf pack chasing away the banished.
Una jauría de lobo.
The criminals received no sympathy of any kind from the people. They were exiled to the desolate seaside, where they experienced only pain, struggle, and the bone-chilling cold. Some of them began to repent and prayed to the Hydro Archon, asking if there was still anything they could do. The Hydro Archon took pity on them and said, "You may go guard my secret." And so, leaning on the power of the Hydro Archon, they gathered underneath the sea and began to build a fortress. They became a community down there in the deeps, and over the years helped it to grow. As the number of exiles increased, more and more people joined the community. When the first group of exiles died, they left the yet unfinished fortress. The Hydro Archon continued to lend her support, allowing the fortress and what it stood for to continue growing ever larger.
¿Y qué pasó con
Before
la
long,
primera?
this dark underwater
Su
fortress
ayuda de lejos
became
para
the
que los
sinner's
vecinos
only home.
construyeran una robusta fortaleza. Alejada la luz del sol, ¿verdad?
And with that, the
Es
people
por
here
eso que
stopped
quienes
referring to the
viven
fortress as a
aquí
prison.
no lo ven como
They
una
saw
casa,
themselves as
creen que
repenting
están
sinners who would
expiando
regain
sus
their
pecados.
freedom once they had sufficiently redeemed themselves. But as time went on, people also realized that the fortress was a lonely place. Once they had gotten used to life here, they could no longer feel comfortable living in the overworld. Once they had finished serving their sentences, some people left and some others chose to stay. They'd find some idle position and let their withered souls fade away with the ancient secrets of the past. After many, many centuries, few people still remember the reason for the fortress's founding. Now they just see it as now and again, researchers manage to break one law or another and live out their days in the fortress. I learned all this from an elderly...
But now you know every part of...
Indeed. It's just as the prophecy says.
Si algún día se rompe esta esclusa, todo el
If
mundo
this
se
gate
disolverá en agua.
fails, to be frank, not really. But sadly, that hasn't stopped
Hasta
this
ahora se ha
prophecy,
cumplido
for
todo.
prophecies are troublesome
No me
things.
gusta la profecía,
Just
como solo
hearing one
escuchar a
will
la
create the
gente ya
first
entra en
wave of
pánico.
panic. Seeing signs of it will bring about the second, and actually witnessing it in real time. Let's go somewhere else.
Vayamos a otro sitio, vaya a ver, quiero enseñarles.
This is it.
Llegamos.
Your Grace, perfect timing. The results from our last round of...
Wait, Jurier, he's not alone!
Huh? Lure of...
No need to panic, you two. I've already...
What? After you warned us not to tell us...
I'm skeptical as well. Are you sure they are
The results speak for themselves, don't they? These two may already know more than you could ever imagine.
All right then, if Your Grace insists.
They seem harmless enough, so I'll trust them for now.
Well, how about some reintroductions? This is Jurier, one of the highest-ranked researchers from the Fontaine Research Institute. He used to work under Edwin. I trust that you've heard of Edwin.
He's the one who blew the whole institute sky high. Everyone knew he was a bit crooked in the head, but you're not a local, so I guess it's possible for you not to have heard of him.
Edwin's main areas of research were archaeum and gravimeters. As his assistant, Jurier is quite familiar with them as well. I hired him to be...
You want to blow up?
Ah, what a lovely idea. I'm already imagining it in my head.
Gotta admit, I'm tempted as well.
Guys, focus! Focus!
That taskmaster over there is Miss Lorvine, and is also one of my technical consultants. While Jurier used to be Edwin's assistant, she used to be Jurier's assistant.
Ooh, are they together?
See, everyone keeps asking this question. Are you too sure you're not a couple and just using your work as a convenient cover?
Your Grace, I
No
am
somos
not
pareja.
in a...
If I dated her, I'd officially be madder than...
Jeez, forget I said anything then.
Entonces hagan como si no hubiera
Follow
escrito
me.
nada.
Whoa! There's another door that goes right up.
Your constant amazement makes it seem like the fortress can do anything.
But Paimon really thinks everything's super cool.
Una sala normal y corriente.
Well, let's spice it up a bit. And here you go.
What a huge ship! This is also a production zone that Paimon's never seen before. What's going on?
How much do you know about Fontanian history?
Not much at all.
Well, then maybe you haven't heard the story of ancient Lemuria. To give you a quick rundown, Fontaine used to be ruled by the Lemurian dynasty. According to legend, the Lemurian king Remus came to this land after being inspired by divine revelation and found the seer Sibila, who had taken on the form of a golden bee. Taking the golden bee with him and riding on a huge ship, the Fortuna, he created his nation above the surging waves. He called his nation Lemuria and used the Fortuna to incessantly search for new tribes and islands, calling on them to join his empire.
There's a ship in this story too?
Where there's water, there'll be ships. People believe that hope can always be found at the end of a voyage.
Do you believe that too?
To a point, I think. As you've already seen, I have a whole factory's worth of labor, materials, and technology at my disposal. Certainly can't hurt to give it a try. So the moment I began to speculate that the primordial sea might lie underneath the gate, I also began this project.
Were you inspired by the legendary Fortuna?
Maybe. Fontanians need something to hold on to cope with the impending disaster.
Es un plan muy grande.
Were the workers to find out the truth behind
Si
this
los
ship,
recursos descubren que
riots would
Catán
destroy the
tiene
fortress
una
faster
potencia
than
que
any
hay en la
catastrophe.
historia de este barco.
As the fortress's administrator, I'd never make such a reckless call. All right, that's enough talking for now. I'll need another 3 cups of tea to soothe my throat. Do you
Yo
have any
también
other questions?
necesito té para aliviar la
Seems
garganta.
like you're good. Come on, I'll take you back. I'll leave you here for now.
Oh,
No worries. But don't forget, it's up to you whether or not you want to share what you just saw. What you do from here on out will likely...
Es decir, que si cuento la verdad tendré que asegurarme de que entienda que ahora mismo no podemos permitir.
yeah. We'll put a lot of thought into it for sure.
Great.
Rayos, esta misión es tan larga. Bueno, ahora que sabemos la verdad. Ya volvieron de pasear. Vamos a ver primero los paseos. Y creo que vamos a tener que hacer una tercera parte. Sí que está largo. Si van 5 horas y media prácticamente de esta principal. Bueno, vamos a recoger primero los que están paseando. Y le contamos a Line. Bueno, no le contamos, sino hablamos con él y hasta allí. Y vamos a gastar la resina, pero vamos a colocar a alguien más. A ver si... Oye, ¿cuál era el equipo que yo tenía? A ver si son ideas mías o...
Let's finish this swiftly.
Creo que tenía a Dilu, a Layla.
I applied for vacation. You remember too, right?
A Dilu, a Layla.
I won't hold you back. Much.
No me recuerdo. La verdad que estoy un poquito olvidado. Wow, a 2 horas y media. Creo que tenía la Cuervo o a Niño Agua. Bueno, vamos a probar así. Contra el jefe. También tengo que recogerlo de la reputación. Y a Copelius. ¿Y cuál serie? Voy a tener que ver los videos pasados para ver qué equipo yo tenía.
My guiding stars. I'm going in. Let's light it up. Stars, shine for me. Whirling snap.
Caramba, se me olvidó que mi arma 5 estrellas está en Eula. Uf, a comer atunes. Chale, lástima que no le pegué. Yo quería saber si le hacía daño. Quería saber si le hacía daño cuando se va al fondo. No, no está bonita esta flor. Creo que voy a tener que usar un poquito de resina para completar el artefacto que se está subiendo. Uf, sí. Esto no va a subir así como así. Vamos a fabricar un poquito de resina. Y le damos, o lo puedo hacer mañana. Vamos a terminar lo de línea. A ver qué pasa. A lo mejor es el fin. Porque ya no quedaría más nada que hacer. Y vamos a entregar un momento acá rápido. Bueno, por lo menos fueron 100 puntos. Ya todo está hecho. Bueno, vamos donde Don Linier y vamos a ponerle final a eso. Uf. Uy, no, me dejan por aquí otra vez el ascensor. Normal que estaba a punto de llegar. Creo que debí usar el TP de más arriba para estar más cerca. Yo imagino que esto del ascensor es una manera de esconder una pantalla de carga, una pantalla de... Mientras estamos subiendo en el ascensor va cargando la zona. Era una manera, o sea, es una manera muy frecuente de las consolas, sobre todo las consolas últimamente, o juegos, unos cuantos juegos de computadora, aunque ahora con tanta potencia que hay, no es tan necesario, pero antes incluso, por lo menos las puertas de Resident Evil eran hechas con esa intención, esconder la carga de zonas. Ajá, para allá. Incluso hubo una época que uno podía jugar Galaxy, creo que era de... Incluso tienen patentada esa tecnología que mientras está la pantalla de carga uno puede jugar. Aunque por el otro lado cuando le das TP sería interesante ver de verdad las tripas de Genshin. Este sigue ahí todavía. Y la enfermería. Esta vez no me equivoqué de tubería. Bueno, aquí viene el dilema moral. ¿Le contamos o no le contamos?
Welcome back. How can you be so much like Risley? Always drink. Huh. Actually, while I was sedated, I could still barely hear two people talking next to me. They were discussing it.
Must have been Risley and Sijwin.
Yeah, I heard one male voice and one female, so
Pero de verdad que...
it should have been the two of them.
I really can't make sense of this place.
So, Traveler, Paimon, were you able to learn anything from Risley?
Yeah, he explained everything.
Very well. Then, would you mind checking your answers against my speculations?
Yeah, I took the time to rest. Nobody else is around, and Miss Sijwin is also busy with something or other. So let's just talk here.
All right, then I'll posit my theories. I asked myself 3 questions. Firstly, why was Fremine affected by the primordial seawater? It was because he dove into
Porque
the
se
sea.
metió en el agua y
My
en
theory
esa
is
ubicación
the long-lost primordial...
está cerca de la fuente.
He's good.
That's our Lenny.
Secondly, Risley's attitude changed dramatically during the course of our stay here.
Al principio nos
He ignored
ignoraba
us
por completo,
completely
pero de
at first,
repente se
then
puso a la
suddenly
defensiva.
roadblock. I spent quite a long time thinking about this. If he has been
No ha
monitoring the
dejado de
Fatui
vigilar a
since
los
the very
Fatui en ningún
beginning,
momento.
he probably ignored us at first because he was
Era
hoping
porque
we could
esperaba que
find Master
nosotros
Child
encontráramos
for
a
him.
Nomi.
What's more, the Fortress of Meripede is not part of Fontaine's court system, nor does it report to Udex Nervulet. Risley is basically the king of a no. As long as the fortress doesn't do anything about Master Child's disappearance, Father can use it to pressure the Fontaine authorities. And while the two factions are pitted against each other, Risley will... If I had to guess, he probably has something that he's working on himself. It's likely related to the secret of the infirmary, but I just can't think of...
You're super smart.
Thanks so much. If Risley does have a plan, what could it be? All I know for now is that his plan probably has something to do with the changing nature of the sea. That can't be the full extent of what he's doing. There's probably a secret passageway behind the block in the infirmary, and there's something big in the fortress that most people here never get to see. I don't have enough information, so I have no idea what his chip might be.
Tras caminarlo, ¿qué? También hace hincapié en la catástrofe que se avecina.
Let's see.
Una inundación nos ahogará todo.
Could Risley have wanted to meet Father to figure out a way to deal with this crisis? If you remember, I once mentioned that Father sees the House of the Hearth as her base of operations, and she truly wants to resolve the crisis. But how could Risley have no...
Or perhaps he didn't know, and just wanted to bring Father over to his side? Which could be...
Yeah, that makes sense to me. I understand your concerns as well, Traveler. I'll figure out a way to pass this on to our father. No matter what, we're on. The two of you have already aided us far too much. We probably wouldn't be standing here right now if not for you. If you ever need anything else going forward, please come to the House of the Hearth at any time. Though you may not share the sentiment, after all that we've gone through together, the three of us basically see you as family now.
Uy, eso es que ya somos como familia, eso me suena.
You have my gratitude.
Thank you for protecting Lenny when it really mattered. And thank you for sharing the secrets of the fortress with us.
Gracias por proteger a Linné en un momento tan importante. Gracias también por compartir con nosotros el secreto tan relevante.
Why are you being so formal all of a sudden?
Podemos volver a trabajar juntos. ¿No hay de qué?
Paimon's hungry.
Paimon tiene hambre.
Alright, then we'll catch you.
Estos se van a poner a chequear la tapa de la enfermería. Y que no se nos muera ya que esta vez. Uf. Es hora de la cena. Voy a recoger su comida.
Come on, let's go pick up ours as well. Traveler and Paimon, over here. Are you here for dinner too, Miss
¿Tú también vienes a cenar?
And I'm taking the opportunity to
Estoy
prepare
recogiendo la
Miss
cena de la
Cloran's dinner.
señorita Clorindo.
You're right. What would you like to eat?
¿De verdad puedo venir?
Yep, you can.
Yo hablé con el chef Woody. Hoy seré su anfitriona.
So you can get whatever you'd like.
Entonces comeré el mejor plato que tenga.
Me too. Don't forget pie. No problem.
Ya, bien, señor güey. Esta vez no depende de la suerte y la comida entera más. También recibe batidos de extraño sabor, pero buenos para la salud. Aunque tienen un sabor terrible.
So delicious. Paimon's so happy.
Paimon está en el cielo. Ojalá comiera todos los días así.
House of delicious.
Todo estaba muy rico.
I'm so glad to see
Me
you
alegro
all
de estar
so
tan
happy.
contenta.
Oh, see, the expression on your face just now? The muscle here just moved. Sigewin, do you do this to
¿Te
help your
fijas en esa
patients
cosa
or
para
to
poder
better
ayudar al
understand
paciente o
human
para
beings?
comprender mejor los
They're
humanos?
both, I suppose.
Ambas cosas, como
And
me
I'm
alucina, soy
Melusine,
diferente a los
which means
humanos.
I'm very different
Es
from
mucho
human
más
beings.
aspecto y para
You
poder
must
cuidar
know what
mejor,
you're thinking if you're really good at taking
necesito
care
saber qué
of
están
people.
pensando.
Even though you're
Pues
so
se te da
short,
muy
you
bien
still
eso
talk
de
and
cuidar a
act
los
like an
demás.
older
Serás
sister.
pequeñita, pero actúas como la hermana mayor que se preocupa de todo el mundo.
Really? You're reminded of an older sister?
Me alegro de
And what
eso.
did you mean back in Risley's office? When you said that you were protecting... Oh, that. I just asked
Le
His
pedí
Grace
al
to
duque
look
que
out
me
for
dejara
those
cuidar
children,
de ellos, sobre todo
especially
el
that diver
buceador.
boy.
Al
I
enterarme
was
de las
getting a bit
propiedades del
worried after
agua,
hearing that
habían
something was
cambiado,
wrong.
empecé a
Thankfully,
preocuparme mucho.
Clorand is very strong and managed to
Él
save
a
him in
mejor
the
los
nick of
rescató a
time.
tiempo.
His Grace also sealed the pipes after Clorand left, to make sure that Linne wouldn't impulsively chase after his brother. Although the path was blocked, we still stationed some guards there to stop anyone from approaching.
Le pedí
They
al
were
buceador que se
instructed to
quedara
only
allí
open
para que
the
nadie
door
se
once Miss
acercara.
Clorand had returned. Oh, and I was keeping an eye on Mr. Linne as well. We had to press him, but we couldn't allow him to be in any real danger. You were all super considerate. It's just what we do down here at the fortress. At least this has been his... Oh, I really wish Monsieur Nervilla would come down here more often
Muchas
too.
gracias,
I
señoría.
feel like he'd like
Nuevo
it here.
billete nos
With all
visitara.
the darkness and chaos.
Nos visitara más. Este sitio es oscuro y está hecho un caos. Creo que a él le gustaría. No entiendo eso último. Nuevo billete es más que trabajar en una
Get a
oficina.
good night's rest, you two. You both worked very hard.
Voy a descansar y vuelvo a descansar. A ver si salgo más arriba. Para evitarme esos viajes. Área de producción. Administrativo. A ver. ¿Qué tal parece que si voy a tener que agarrar ascensor? Ajá. Sí, igualito tengo que agarrar ascensor. Esto es un incordio. De verdad que esto es un incordio. Pucha, no tengo ningún TP que me lleve. Extraños artefactos, expresiones por table, una misteriosa red, la gente considera antiguo. De verdad que no tengo nada que me deje aquí arriba.
I'm learning more about you all the time.
Y llegó el ascensor.
A blade embraces its duty, as a jeweler cherishes their gems. Wish life could be as leisurely as this a little more often. How greedy of me.
Bueno. Uy, esto está todavía más arriba. De verdad que esto es un gordo. Se está dando un baño de estrellas allá acá.
So much is I'm super sleepy. Delicious.
Out of my way! Get out of my... What happened?
Basta,
Why is
¿qué ha
everyone running?
pasado? ¿Por qué
No idea, but something must have happened. Stop asking!
Yep.
Paimon, despierta, tenemos que ir a ver qué pasa.
What happened? Why is everyone running around?
Todo el mundo corre como loco.
Hey, what are you doing?
No time to explain, mate. Goodbye.
Hey, what? What's wrong with these people? They won't even...
Todo el mundo nos ignora.
There you are.
Oh, thank goodness!
Cristo and Laveroon, do you know what happened here?
We came here especially to
Hemos venido
inform you.
justamente para contárselo.
Something seems to
Parece
have
que ha
gone
sucedido algo
terribly wrong
y el
just
Duque
now.
nos ha dicho todo que
His Grace
evacuemos hacia el
Laveroon was
exterior.
saying you two are new here and you don't have many friends, so you might slip through the cracks. Haven't you heard all the stories like that? An evacuation is successfully completed, yet you only find out once you do a head count that 1 or 2 people are missing.
Wait, weren't you the one who brought that up? Why is it suddenly mine?
Hey, shut up!
Okay, whatever. The point is, you should come with us. Yeah, he said to get his fuck...
Hacia afuera. Entonces el problema está en los niveles y en el piso más abajo la puerta está exclusa.
It can't be that thing!
Whoa, wait, what? What? Hey, where?
We have to go find the Duke!
Tenemos que buscar al Duque, no se preocupen por nosotros. Adelántense.
Hey, hey! Be careful!
Attention, please evacuate upwards and outwards, upwards and outwards.
Se avecina el desastre.
Then try to move as far outwards as possible. Attention.
A ver si no hay por mera casualidad algo, un easter egg, un secreto, algo. No. En muchos juegos pasa eso, que durante las crisis si uno va en dirección contraria, consigue secretos, premios.
They're here.
Just like I said.
What happened?
You're just in time. But be ready to run.
Bueno, esa es la crisis.
Three, two, one.
This won't hold it for long. Find Neuvillette. Tell him the defenses are about to collapse.
Then what will happen to you?
Until he arrives, we're the last line of defense. The gate. How long do you think it'll hold?
That depends on us.
Caramba. Bueno, por lo menos estoy alegre porque por fin veo los videos de Genshin sin problema. Antes con mi computadora 2 núcleos no podía ver los videos. Siempre se cortaban, se entrecortaban, no se veían.
Neuvillette, why are you here?
Ajá, apareció un nuevo billete. ¿Qué haces
Traveler,
aquí?
I need you to head to the Opera House immediately. Farina will soon be meeting with the
Farina
native.
se va a reunir allí
You
con
must
Alde
protect
Chico dentro de
Farina
poco. Por
and make
favor,
sure she
tienes que
doesn't spend too
protegerla.
much time alone
No
with
dejes
her.
que pase tiempo a solas.
Will do. You have my...
Ah, caramba, vamos a la ópera. Y al final no ha agarrado la... ¿Cómo subiré hasta allá? ¿Será que voy a tener que individuar, empezar a trepar? Uy, pues sí, porque voy a tener que trepar. No sé si llegue. Vamos a colocar un poquito de comida. Un poquito de comida para poder trepar. Que me dé aguante. Disminuye el coste de aguante en la escalada de espintar en un 20%. Esto es suficiente. Y vamos para arriba. Uf. No creo que llegue. Wow, el hombre araña se quedó pendejo con Ayaka. Uf. Vamos por si a las moscas. Pasando para aquel lado para recargar estamina un poco. Porque sí, definitivamente sin comida esto es como muy justo. Uy, no puede ser. Si me caía ahí va a ser horrible. Llegó correo. Llegó correo. Justamente allá, casualmente comida. Agradecimiento de tesoros de largo viaje, querido. Gracias por tu actividad, valoramos, bla 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 bla. Tenemos todo. Bueno, entonces ya tenemos. ¿Y esto qué es? Un tipo de bla 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 bla. Otro bicho más para. Sí. Otro bicho más para dar lag.
So this is a
Bueno,
day in the life of the
a lo
traveler.
nuestro. Me dan ganas de tirarme desde acá
A
para ver.
blade embraces its duty.
Pero ya que estamos aquí, vamos a subir hasta. Wow, no me dejan. Ah, dilo si puede. Más alto. A ver, de lo más alto de. Esto es lo más alto. Nada mal. Bueno, gente. Necesito hacer una pausa un rato. Y además ya este video va por 3 horas. Así que creo que por ahora lo vamos a dejar acá. Si regreso, bueno, seguimos. Gracias por mirar, por acompañarnos. Y bueno, vamos a dividir el video porque son 3 horas, 3 horas y media el de esta mañana y 3 horas el de ahora en la noche. Vamos a ver si, no sé, a lo mejor ahorita dentro de un ratico continúo, pero necesito hacer unas cosas. Y bueno, pues nada, se me cuidan, que pasen una bonita noche, se portan bien. Chau.